this on air. So it's a big episode.
And we are live. Welcome to the Edge of Obscurity. I'm your host, Sean, and here's my recently demoted intern, Jimmy D. Jimmy D, how you doing today?
I'm okay. You just triggered me. Thank you for triggering me. I feel insulted and triggered. That's a thing apparently that I just found out about today. I kind of went on a bit of a rampage last week in my real world with some friends of mine that told me. I had this thought about like how everyone in America is offended by something. We might have talked about it a little bit on this channel. And my friend told me that my friend told me that now they have a word for like when you're offended, you can say, at least in Canada, you can say, I'm triggered. You triggered me. Ooh. And I got triggered last week though. Seriously, like
tell us about it.
Yeah, well, I'm making fun of it, but I just realized that like I need to take a walk back, a step back. And do some interesting stuff. I haven't been on this side of the I haven't been on. Oh, there we go. I see the comments again. Yeah. So yeah. It's good because I like it. I like what you've done with the backdrop.
How does it feel not to be in control of this?
I'm pretty good with not being in control, actually.
Okay. Guys, hit the subscribe button. So we had a big milestone. Yesterday it was like midnight for me, and we're making this big push to get 1,000 YouTube subscribers. We've been doing contests left and right. Whole community's gotten behind it. And last night, I think we were like 60 short or 40 short. When I went to sleep, I had told people yesterday that if we hit 1,000 by the show, I'd be drinking gasoline. So we might have to drink some gasoline. Hopefully I've got some high test in the shed. But I went to bed and surprisingly I woke up this morning and Hollywood Taylor Arnold had sent me a little screenshot. We had hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm like, how do we do it? And I go to our Telegram chat and there's like 1,000 messages. And I guess Adam Carswell of The Shift did a like middle of the night rally stream, middle of the night for me, probably middle of the night for him, but I'm not sure. But, our whole Australian community's up and a burst of energy showed up and they brought us all the way to 1,000. So big shout out to Adam and everyone who got behind that effort because that was like our monthly goal. And what's today? The 8th. We did in like 8 days. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that.
You're kind of in uplift territory, actually. That's essentially what we like. That's essentially what we did when we decided to raise money to build the school and all this other stuff. So I can kind of like sympathize. Not sympathize isn't the right word. So I'm a little bit off my game today because it's 11:30 p.m. And I had to actually go to my real world job, which I haven't had to do for 2 years today.
Sorry to hear that.
And it's really hot outside and it's really humid. And I got to the station after and I was just like, fuck this. I'm going to have a drink. And it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I usually don't drink until like nighttime. And so I had a couple drinks and I came home and it was so hot and so humid. I didn't eat properly. Played with my daughter a little bit and then I like passed out on the floor and like slept. And then I woke up and I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to do 2 streams. Like I'm going to have a coffee or this is not going to end well. So I had a coffee on the Cryptowriter roundtable, which we just finished. And now it's like 11:30 in the morning and I'm here with you. I just poured my first, shochu. And this might not end in a good way. In another way, because like now I'm like completely wired, right? Like I'm completely like out there and wild.
I think you are in a perfect state of mind to reach the edge of obscurity.
I could maybe potentially, yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, congratulations on more than 1,000 subscribers. That's a pretty big milestone, actually. I think.
thank you. Zach Gall from Everything EOS podcast told us that for whatever reason, once you hit 1,000, I don't know, you feed into the algorithm, whatever, get momentum, and next thing you're at 1.5K. I noticed that happened to the Uplifters channel, because when we first started doing this thing, you guys were at 600, and then I was like, okay, they reached 1,000. Then like 2 weeks later, you're at like 1,400, 1,500. Right, so yeah. I hope we follow that trajectory. Oh, I want to share something. So Hollywood Taylor's been busy. He's been like making giveaway forms and tutorials for all the hosts. And he had me read over his giveaway tutorial, and it was great. But it said that I would go to like my Google Forms and the form would be there. So I went yesterday and the form wasn't there. And I was like, Taylor, it's not really following the guide here. So he sent me a form. He sent me a giveaway form. I'm going to throw it up on the screen because it's good for you to see. Look how beautiful it is. The coin spins. But he didn't give me access to edit it. So I can't even use this, right? So someone out there, Nojenka, whoever else does forms, I don't know if he's listening. I know the Harm helps with forms sometimes, but someone out there set up a form, send it to my Telegram so we can get some giveaways going today.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, and so in the comments, somebody said, is this the episode where we get new effects? This is totally the episode where we get new effects.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And so like, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm pretty excited to see how this pans out. We're doing this a little bit differently. Hopefully Sean's going to give me access way before I gave him access.
Yeah. I thought I'd make you work for it this one episode, and then I give you access after. I have some surprises for you that I didn't want to give them away before the show. So I'm leaving you in the dark. You like the background?
I do. I'm a really big fan of it. I like it. I've been thinking about changing the obscurity and beyond. I like the cover image that we came up with the first time, that really cool show. So I like the idea, but it, hats off to Taylor. I had a really long conversation with Taylor today, not a really long one, but like a long enough one. I can honestly say that he's one of the people in the background that's like really unappreciated and underdeveloped, even though he like maybe messed up and didn't give access to that.
He might be overappreciated. I don't know. He has his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Like, that's a big deal. I actually carry one of those NFTs. I don't know. He's getting a lot of credit. His follower count is closing in on 1,000. He's everywhere, man. Right? It's good to see. It's good to see. I always like pulling a young buck up and showing him the light. I'm glad. I'm proud of his success. I'm thankful for his success.
Well, I'm trying to figure out a way to bribe him so that he can teach me all his tricks and trades, because he's got a lot of them, right? Like he knows what's going on. So yeah.
Yeah, can we? Oh, Estelle Smithy, our awesome Minecraft builder. Do you mind if we check in on him?
No, let's go.
He's building right now. Let's go. Let's check in on Smithy. Ah, there he is. He's Hey, Smithy, he's deep in concentration here. He's probably building one of our galleries, rocking the Cryptowriter hat.
I like it.
Yeah, he doesn't multitask very easily. That's why he's probably not talking. He probably doesn't even hear us right now. He's so focused.
Well, I kind of feel like I heard you guys have been having some pretty bad internet like down there in the south due to last hurricane, and things have been like freezing up. So I kind of feel like it's like I'm on the screen with Corey sometimes, because he just freezes in these like really poses like this. So I don't know.
Who paged Dr. Poon? How's the Uplift going? When's this new this new little district. I don't know what we're calling it. When's that popping up?
You're talking about the collective, the art district. Is
Yeah.
that the one? Yeah.
I didn't know if I was allowed to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the status? Where are we at, Jimmy D? Where are we at with that? Why don't you explain to them what the plan is?
Yeah, so I'm in the process right now of it's funny because people always bug me the same day, and it's always the same people, so I appreciate that. But I'm in the process right now of creating a very basic, semi-ugly framework of an art gallery on purpose, because like I don't want every community plot that the idea is every community plot that gets one of these gallery spaces. I want them to have somewhere to be able to hang their artwork right away. And I want them also to not like the building enough so that they want to keep it, so that they rip it down and build their own. Like, as time goes on, the central area of that world, the idea was essentially that we would have a free open graffiti space where anyone who owned an art gallery could go in and they could use blocks to make and break things. The outside, beyond the rail of that central gallery space, where each little gallery would be located around the central area, would be an economy unto itself. So this wouldn't be connected to any of the other economies in the metaverse. It would be completely closed off. There would be no material resources in or out. If you wanted resources on this map, they would have to come from that map. So we wanted to kind of try to test this out and see what it would be like. One of the reasons that we're going to close it off is we have a couple ideas of some things that we can tweak that normally wouldn't be allowed in the Minecraft game. So we can increase the color palette to be able to do that. But we wouldn't be able to like do that from other worlds because it would mess up the in-game economy. But the idea was basically to create like this world whereby we could have graffiti in the center. We could have artwork that was posted. In the galleries, people could come in and do like rolling artwork. I mean, like potentially you guys could have like a Finney gallery where you would showcase some of your Finneys, because in a way that's artwork, right? Like, yeah, I'd like to put some of my photography up in a gallery and maybe. Wait,
you have photography, Jimmy?
Yeah, I used to take a lot of pictures. I don't so much.
Is this like you do like dark pinup?
No. So actually, the cover image that we use for Obscurity and Beyond, the one that we started with, that has the little words across the center, that is actually my photograph of Angkor Wat. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I walked to Angkor Wat. I caught the sunset. I took like hundreds of photos, and that was the best one. So yeah.
Oh, it's nice, Jimmy. You have skills beyond your years, my friend.
Oh, that's some really good skills. Like I should, I don't know. There's some. I'm gonna show you some of my photos. Let's see that. That's fun.
Oh yeah, that should be exciting. Jimmy showing us some of his photos. So he removes it from the wall. Oh, wow. Look at that.
It's really difficult to see that.
That's a great shot.
That didn't work out nearly as well as I thought it would, so I'm only going to show you one.
Okay. No, that was a great shot.
No, that was a photo that I took in Cuba when we were walking around, and it was just one of these.
When were you in Cuba?
Probably about 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago.
Nice. How was that?
It was great. It was one of my favorite places to be, and like I learned a lot about like how socialism shouldn't work. And I'm like, I'm a big fan, but like, it's crazy. The Cuban people are some of the most educated people on the planet. Like there's probably more doctors per capita in Cuba than any other country in the world. But most of the doctors, they can't make good money. So they like sell cigars on the side of the road to tourists because they make more money doing that. Like, they sell like newspapers and stuff, you know, in like run like Casa Particulars, which are basically like Cuban hostels, which is really interesting. Like a society whereby, you know, I know there's like a big Cuban population where you live, Latin American population where you live. So I'm pretty sure that like most of those people are very anti-Cuba. It's hard to say when you're in Cuba if people are anti-Cuba, like anti-Cuban government, right? But they're really interesting people, really smart people, and like really innovative and in the most peculiar ways, right?
Yeah, they're. I mean, in Miami, they're definitely, you know, anti-Cuban government, and it's why a lot of them side with the Republicans. You know, they're Republicans here. Because they think that, you know, there's that whole Bay of Pigs thing. They're just worried that we drift towards socialism, so they go Trump. Anyway,
right.
I posted the form in the group or in the chat. Please fill it out.
Can we go back? Like, can we go back to that though? Because like a country like Japan, in a way, is probably more socialist in some ways than a country like China in today's point, right? And like I don't actually believe that. I don't believe that people are. I don't believe the citizens are. But there's a kind of a side. There's kind of a side note that can be looked at, right? Like America, not as much as Japan, but Japan has been pumping money into the government for its tackling coconuts in the backyard.
1 second.
No, it's okay. It's totally okay. So anyway, what I was saying is, I'll just wait till Sean comes back. You know, he's going to be like, hey, go and climb a tree and knock those coconuts down, so that we can have coconut cider for breakfast. It's interesting, you know, as a father, I always wonder how long it takes other people to deal with their kids, because like I don't always do it. So that was pretty quick. So that was quick. You dealt with that really well.
Well, we're gonna bring Ford in.
Okay, sweet.
I told him he's gonna be on YouTube. Come on, Ford.
Camera shy?
I think
just like
the moment's too big for him.
Just like the old man was when he like the young YouTube guppy was when we first met, and I broke his YouTube cherry, and now look at him. He's got backgrounds up. He's got little coins that spin in the corner, which you haven't seen yet.
So this uplift thing sparked because I had to get Minecraft and started doing that. But this whole uplift thing sparked my kids to get into Minecraft, and now all they watch on YouTube is these people streaming Minecraft. I wish they were watching Smitty do it more than some of these little punks they're watching. Right. So, you know, is there, to be successful on YouTube, do you have to have an extremely annoying voice? Is that a requirement? Because
I'm kind of hoping that we don't become successful, because I'm definitely going to be the one with the annoying voice if that happens.
I'll walk out in the morning and you'll just hear this some Minecraft kid, Preston. He's like married. He looks like he's 13. He's got the most annoying voice. Holy shit, can that guy talk?
You know what's like
for an hour straight, and we have to disallow our kids from watching some of these harmless Minecraft streams just because whoever's doing it is so fucking annoying. Like
you know what's funny about that is Japan has this weird annoying voice thing. Let's hear it. How do they sound? No, I can't do it.
What do you mean you can't? What do you mean you can't?
Just hear me out, right?
Okay.
So people, just hear me out. So people who work in convenience stores, or people who work in drugstores, or people who run the trains, when you go into a shop in Japan, they say "Yoroshimasen," right? But every single shop or every single person, it's like a weird voice training school where they say it in this like really nasally or like everyone's different, but it's like crazy annoying. It's just like, it sounds like,
Just
somebody
do it.
like,
just do it.
no,
Just do it.
like that's the thing.
Jimmy, come on. Okay, we're gonna come back to this after.
No. So I don't think you understood. Like it's not. It's not everyone has the same voice. Everyone has a weird voice that they made their own, right? Does that make sense?
A weird voice that they made their own?
Like they have their own weird voice.
Like, is it a voice that they've worked on to sound unique? I mean, doesn't everyone have a unique voice? I'm not quite following.
It might be, but it sounds like most of them sound really bad. Like they sound like, circus penguins being slaughtered by clowns in the middle of the Nether. That's what they sound like.
Okay. Interesting. Hey, why don't you talk about these Nether portal relocations? Talk about the edge of obscurity.
Right.
Another portal. And I caught some of this. What is another portal? For one, it's just how you portal around the map.
Yeah. So you can create these Nether portals, and what these Nether portals allow you to do is they allow you. The Nether is different than the surface of the game, right? And so what these Nether portals allow you to do from a transportation point of view is they allow you to travel from point A to point B a lot quicker, right? There was this really cool theory that was developed that I don't know if it's true or not, and obviously we're not going to test it out, but any 2 points on the planet could actually be connected. And if they were in like essentially a vacuum, you could travel from any 2 points on the planet. I think it was like in 47 or 48 minutes or something. So like if you went directly through the center of the earth, you could travel from New York to Los Angeles in 47 minutes. If you went like directly from like Tokyo to New York, you could do it in 47 minutes. There's some weird like factor of gravity force. So this is how I like to think of Nether portals. They're basically, this layer, below the game that allows you to travel. And Nether portals are a little bit different because there's some things that happen in Nether portals that like you'll die with if you, for example, if you try to if you take a bed with you, try to use a bed in the Nether portal, you're done. You're dead. You're gone. You can't sleep in the Nether, right? So different. Like I'm not a Minecraft expert. Probably Ford knows more about this than me because he's watching all these streams with these annoying kids. Anyway, the Nether portal relocation is we're in alpha, and we were thinking about like how can we better utilize this, because a lot of times what we have now is we have these places that pop up. You, for example, your Cryptowriter plot. You guys are on the outside of the map, almost in the top, in the northwestern corner, right? Now, where is spawn in the Genesis map? It's right in the center, right? So when people get their plots, where do they want to be? They want to be in the center, right? And they want to be close to the center because that's where people come in. Now, we're not going to do this in Genesis. We might someday, but we're not going to do it right away. But the idea was, what if we take this idea of Nether portals and we figure out a way to Corey said it best on one of our meetings. He said, what if we basically figure out a way to turn this flat 2D map into a globe? And how we can do that is we can wrap the world around itself, and we can have another portal in the top corner and the bottom corner. I hope we've talked about this publicly, because I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this.
Cat's out of the bag.
But what if we had these Nether portals that could connect 2 points on the map to give more value to places that were in the center. So that's the kind of the idea that we're playing around.
What was the decision behind putting Cryptowriter on the edge of the map? I mean, what's up with that?
You guys just joined when there was only spaces on the edge of the map?
Did Bonds influence that decision at all?
Not at all.
Shout out to Bonds. Bonds showed up. He's been like for 3 weeks, he was talking smack about winning poker, and because we do poker like twice a day or twice a night, and one day he was in the chat and everyone's like, Bonds, why don't you play poker? Why don't you play poker? And Bonds like, yeah, it's too easy, you know, but I'll next time you play, I'll be there. And then next time, I think they were like, what time? And he gave him a time. And then they had poker at that time, and Bonds ducked the game. Okay. Nowhere to be found. Total. He was a no-show. And then they kept trying to get him in there, and he never showed up. But then just yesterday, I think when the price of Aether came back down to earth, so did his ego, and he showed up in poker, and surprisingly he lost, and he also gave away a mining rig to the winner.
Wow, that's cool. Very cool. Nice.
Yeah. So shout out to Bonds for coming back down to earth and hanging out with us in the slums of the Cryptowriter Telegram chat and being a good dude.
You know,
we want more of that.
Everyone loses their shit once in a while, and then here's what I've learned about Bonds. Bonds.
And one other thing,
when he loses his shit,
this is
really
big. Hold on, this is big. Charlie Q, no more. Bonds has successfully removed himself from Charlie Q's shit list, and that's not a shit list you want to be on. Shout out to Charlie Q.
Yeah, Charlie Q scares me a little bit. I have to watch what I say when he's in the stream, because I don't want to be on the shit list.
He's very, very pushy with
careful what you say here.
Yeah, he's very pushy with NFTs and wanting more, and it's good to have someone like Charlie Q, because he's always like keeping us on our toes, right? Like, oh, where are the membership drops? We need more membership drops. We need to add utility to art of the behind the pixel, this, that. And it's like, no matter how much you give him, he's always striving for more. So thank you, Charlie, for being that thorn in our side, always keeping us honest.
You know what? So this is the thing, is like, we're in the midst of this.
This is the thing, or here's the thing?
Well, I don't know, because I never noticed that I did that until you, and now you've
changed. Now you've changed it to this is the thing.
No, but it's
after I created all this branding and imaging for this show around here's the thing. Now you're saying this is the thing.
Well, it's going to come back. I'm just trying
to,
I'm just trying to diversify a little bit, right? Like it's like being a good crypto investor. You got to diversify. Speaking of diversification, I've realized that I'm swearing a lot more recently. So one of my friends always said, because he was a bit of a writer too. One of my friends always said, he's like, he never swears, and he said to me one time, he's like, you know why I never swear? And I'm like, no. He's like, because swearing is just a lazy way of not using the correct word that has a better meaning. And he's totally true. I like it. But you're kind of dropping the ball in these comments here, but that's okay. I'll just pick them up from the side, and we'll go back. Martin, how many 50-cent coins do I need to get into Music City? I wish I had an answer for that, but I don't actually. I don't know. Like, this is the problem. I was talking to Taylor about this before. Like, with Taylor and me, like we might just take over the whole crypto space, because like we're kind of tired of being over here on Asia and everything important happening with our teams when we're sleeping, and having to wake up in the morning and having to respond to DMs that we don't even know shit happened. It's like I'm getting DMs, hey Jimmy, like what's this 50-cent thing? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I was asleep. Like, okay, let me just get back to you, because I got to figure out all the stuff that they did while I was sleeping. Right? It's like, I don't know. When I know, I'll write an article about it, Morton. I'm sorry, I don't have that information. Like I said, today was my first day back on my real life job. For 3 days, this week, next week, and the week after, in 2 years. So I had to show up. I had to go. I was away from my computer all day, and I almost had a heart attack. It's nuts. I also quit another job in real life, because I just don't want to do that anymore.
How many jobs? What? Being a father? No,
I won't quit that.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Although we might have to have a surprise. I have decided that my life and my life and my family need a little bit of a change. So one of the beautiful things about my job up until this point, my real world job is I'm a university professor, which means that I get about 2 months off in the summer. And so I've decided this year for the summer, I haven't been away in a long time, because of COVID, because of all of this other stuff. So I've decided this year in the summer, I'm actually going to move to Okinawa. I'm just going to go and I'm just going to hang out there.
What?
Okinawa,
okay,
which is the southernmost. It's like the Hawaii of Japan. It's like the southernmost tropical area of Japan. It's closer to Taiwan than it is to Japan. It's basically where the Americans essentially, first got into Japan during the Second World War. The Okinawa Battle of Okinawa was like where a lot of the kamikazes stuff came into the front and happened. It's where the largest military base beyond Hawaii in the Pacific exists. It's an American stronghold. There's some problems with it, but I mean, they still occupy a big portion of the island. But it's a really cool culture. It's a little bit different culture than mainland Japan. It would be kind of like comparing like the Okinawan people to the Hawaiians in a sense. Like they're aligned with similar values, but they come from a completely different place. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to stay in a house for a little bit. I'm going to try to do some working out on the beach. I'm going to get my life in order in that way. And I'm going to, we can still do these streams, but I'm not going to do these late night streams in August because I want to wake up and I want to go paddling on the ocean. And I can't afford to be here until 2 a.m.
Jimmy. What? Jimmy.
Number one,
bro, you don't even need that much sleep. Like you're one of those people that are good on like 3 hours. You just power through. It's probably
yes, but there's a secondary thing here as well, right? Like normally my wife and my daughter are at the other side of the house, not sleeping in the bed in the same room that I'm trying to run the stream from. So that's not going to go over very well with a 1.5-year-old.
But could you set up some outdoor? Like you got to do set up something outdoor. Maybe wind would be a problem, but maybe you get a little like podcasting tent of sorts and just sit out there.
It's possible that we could potentially do that a couple times, but it might be the rainy season too. Like sitting out. I could download that waterproof app, and that might save my computer. I don't know.
You come down to my shed. They want me back in the shed. I got to get that. I got to get that project rolling. It's just hot as fuck outside in Miami right now. Like it's the worst. Are you guys dealing with like that's the thing. Like it's really humid here, and I'm assuming that's the thing. Here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. Hold on. Before you say that though, so new to this show is our gold spinning Finney coin in the top right corner. When you see that coin, that means a Finney giveaway is approaching. I think I just posted I'm going to post the form now. Get your accounts in there. Nobody cheat. And we'll do the giveaway in like the first giveaway in 5 minutes.
Yeah, so I like the tailoring of this because I know that Taylor helped you a lot on this stuff.
No,
like that pun?
What? To be honest, everything you see here right now, all the spinning coin, we got you never know which Finney is going to join us for one of these. But I thought for the first one, it was only fitting. We had the hippie and the weird background, but you're going to get a little, you're going to see, I don't know, whatever. You're going to see a lot of fun stuff come up on the screen, and it was all my doing. But I do need Taylor to tweak some things.
Yeah, but I want to add some stuff to it for our next episode. I want to add a little spinny, I don't know, like a little spinny something from YoshiDrops that maybe we can give away or uplift.
Ooh, a Yoshi coin? Can we put a Yoshi coin on there? I think we can.
We could probably put a Yoshi coin on there. We could probably do that. Yeah.
But chances are we wouldn't see much of it because you don't really give much away.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You don't give that many. Okay, on this show, this is like episode 8. I know it says 4 or something on the on our YouTube, but it's really like episode 8 or 7. But I have given away about, I don't know, a few $1,000s worth of Finney coins. Maybe
Yeah,
like
but
2,000, 3,000, and you have given away two Yoshi coins, and you gave a land to me, which I appreciate, but that's not going to get us any more followers.
No, but it's like, okay, so here's the thing, right? There you go.
Wait. Hold on.
You dropped the ball all over the place. You dropped the ball.
Okay, go for it.
So here's the thing, right? Now, everything that I give away, it's good. I like it. Everything that I give away, I actually purchase myself with my own money, and I have to give that away, right? So like I'm not going to throw you under the bus here, but like you've given away, your project is giving away thousands of dollars, right? But I don't get that stipend. Like everything that I ever give away on our show or in our show, like we purchase all of that. So I'm not a rich man. I'm like a box of chocolates that only has one left.
Yeah, but how do they not give you? I mean, this is like the spirit of NFTs. If you in the spirit of NFTs is the fact that you're supposed to be giving them away. And
no, but yeah,
someone like you, right? Like who does podcasts, and you're like a community guy. Yep. Someone like you needs to be giving NFTs away. If they don't want you giving Yoshi coins away, Jimmy, we will make you some sort of Jimmy D here's the thing NFT, okay? And we will give you, and you will start giving these away. And then just imagine, hold on, imagine this for a second. Imagine in the middle of you doing a here's the thing, we added a here's the thing giveaway, okay? So at the end of every one of your here's the thing, you have to give away the here's the thing NFT. And we can get imaging, right? So we can have like a here's the thing NFT spinning on the side where the coin is. It'll say here's the thing. We'll have it sponsored, and then we can put up a here's the thing giveaway, and then that could be sponsored too.
I like it. In answer to your question, though, in answer, it is a genius idea. I agree. In answer to your question, though, one of the things that we actually do in Uplift and in YoshiDrops is we're really adamant about having to go through the process ourselves, right? Like, so I'm at the point right now where I actually can't afford a gold membership because I spent my nothing comes back. Like we never get anything for free from the team. And that's just the way that we decided to do it. Like, you might be right. And like, I like what you guys do with the crypto community. I'm not knocking it. The Cryptowriter community, I think it's great. I just think that like we've just decided from very right. Here's the thing though. We just decided from very early on that whatever we decided to put out there to the community, we were going to also participate in ourselves if we wanted to participate in it, right? So like pretty much like everything that you've gotten for free from the Uplift, your community plots, your parcels, right? Like our team got like one parcel of land, which is what Corey and I built. Corey built the Uplift Tower on, and we have like those parcels of land that will go out to our community, but we didn't award ourselves anything more than that. And actually, Corey and I originally we did. I
got it.
Corey,
okay, hold on.
Corey and I originally we did create these NFTs that we were going to give away, but like we just ran out of time. So I like that idea. Let's bring them back. Like, let's bring out. I've got some pretty cool images for some NFTs that maybe we could doctor up them.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the no more responses on the forum because we got to give one of these away. But
you got to pull the coin. Then that means that there's no more responses on.
Morton Matt D said that he said take a shot, and that stems from the fact that I said earlier in the show that if we reached 1,000 subscribers, and shout out to Burst, I know he's out there. He went on the stream with Adam, helped us get there. I would drink gasoline.
So basically,
and someone said, "How about a shot of whiskey?" And I'm not actually gonna drink gasoline. Hate to say it, but I will take a shot of whiskey. Morning shot of whiskey. Here it is.
You're pulling a John McAfee. You know that, right?
So
you're substituting one thing out for another.
I had this dog, Floyd. He was it was my girlfriend at the time. She's my wife now. It was her dog, Floyd. And Floyd was like a black lab. He lived to like 17 years. And we even got the, that's upside down, but the Floyd forever tattoo, because we love this dog. It was one of those dogs. And when he passed away, we threw him a celebration of life. And we had these shot glasses made for everyone. So I should pour one out for him, but I'm going to pour one back for him. So what time is it? 11:16. I don't know. I kind of like doing this in the morning.
Right.
Let me just try not to spill this all over the keyboard. So to Jimmy, to Floyd, to Taylor, to everyone who made this 1,000 subscribers possible. Salute.
Salute.
Delicious.
I would like to
let me get the wheel. Let me get the wheel up here.
Okay, well, you do that. This is my favorite part about not having to steer. Even though you're dropping the ball in the comments hardcore, you're kind of picking it up. But I kind of like being on this side of the fence. It's nice. I can just do what I want to do, and I don't have to worry about any of the management when it all goes sour. Although you're doing a pretty bang up job with these little icons in the corner, I do quite appreciate that. However, I actually have a little bit of an announcement. I don't know if you're aware, and I have to do this tomorrow, or else I'm, an idiot. But Corey and I actually got inducted into Eden on Eos this week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we got inducted live online.
Nice.
It was really difficult for us not to make jokes, so we made a few. And your little toast got me thinking. There's something about you. There's a few other people there's a few other people.
This is going to be so beautiful.
Right. There's something about you. There's a few other people in the space as well.
About you. That's got to be a song.
Right. It's really hard not to make jokes at moments like this, isn't it? There's something about you that brings out like a really interesting creativity out of the box for me. I can sit down with you and we can have this show once a week, and we can go to the edge of obscurity. And the next morning when I wake up, I have all these thoughts dancing around like sugar plums in my head about like collaboration and the possible ways that like we could, it's so cheesy, but it's true, the possible ways that we could like uplift one another, right? Like, so Corey and I we had this idea about like, if we were to run, because we might not run, but if we were to run, like what would we do? And kind of we came up with a two-pronged approach. So number one was like, what if we were able to take the whole EOS governance model, right? Like the model that exists, and we were able to figure out a use case for an app, and we were able to plug and play it into one of the Uplift worlds, right? Because like Chicken Caw, they kind of have their own governance, but like Genesis, where you guys are, they don't. And so we kind of want like it's kind of like the US, right? The way that the Constitution in the US is set up, like certain districts would have autonomy over certain things, right? Like, of course, you couldn't just go in and say, okay, we want we want to be able to do this that messes up the economy in the whole game, right? But like all of the people who were in Genesis, they could have like maybe a vote or a system where they could like in a way have their own kind of like sector DAO. And like people could come in and we could like maybe develop an app so that could get used and people in Genesis, all of the community and leaders in Genesis, or the participants in Genesis, they could do this. So that would be our first pronged approach, right? but because like, how does this plug in, right? Like, how does this plug into DAX? How does this plug into DAOs for you guys as well? How would it plug into a community, right? Like, I think to have a community of high level Finney collectors that get to decide, you know, who the next celebrity Finneys are, for example, would be like a really interesting idea, right? And I think you could do certain things with Eden and an app to do this. Our second thing that we're running on, Corey and I, is world domination. So those are our two things.
I guess the crowd has spoken. We have to spin the wheel first.
Huh? Yeah, you totally have.
You have no idea. Yeah, but I didn't know. Do you burn the coin or do you spin the wheel first?
Well, I think you can do both, but I like the spinning it first because like then, you know, your best friend gets land.
All right, let's spin it.
I'm actually happy that you got the land. I would have been really depressed if you would have gotten, you know, one of the mythic miners. But hey,
ooh,
whatever.
Gumtua.wham. I like it. Let's go check out his account. Actually, someone out there check out his account. I don't even know what to look for when you check their account. Burst, he checks their account. He's like, oh, this is a bot. This might be a bot or this person's. Whatever.
I'll do it. Tell me and I'll check.
Yeah, someone check this account. Are they in here? Is this person in here?
What's the account?
It's Phantom Puppeteer. We know him. We know this guy. He's good. He's good.
I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at his account. It looks pretty shady, man.
All right, let's see what they're gonna get.
I'm totally not looking at his account, by the way. Totally not doing it. Democracy now. I like it.
Yeah.
Right. Charlie Q's got it. We totally need a Finney DAO. And like, I think that this Eden model, if you could create an app for it so that you could plug and play what's happening in Eden OS, this would be bulletproof and genius. And there's a few other community leaders that I've talked to that are kind of in the same thing, right? Like, what can we do with 2,500 EOS? Well, you could definitely have like an app that is created that you can plug and play into things like Finney or into things like the Uplift or into things like community projects, like Boyd, for example, right? And totally like have the token holders tailor the direction of it, right? Like basically you could bring this to the fore where you know, community had say and essentially fix all the problems of block one early on.
Pleb. He got a pleb. Sorry. It's crazy. We had a few rhodium pulls the other day and we had someone pull a theme Finney, like a shift out of the thing. And it's just been, ever since then, it's just been pleb city.
Yeah, I have a rhodium that like somebody was trying to like.
Oh yeah, you got a rhodium. That's right. Yeah. They were all crushing. They were all crushing you for burning that whatchamacallit, that necklace. That I think you had a Bitcoin necklace. Only 24 exist, but now you got a Rolo.
But you didn't tell me that only 24 exist before I burned it. Like, you kind of dropped the ball on that.
Well, I didn't know. I don't keep track of that stuff.
Kenny sent me a DM and he's like, "What were you thinking?"
Yeah, but I know what you were thinking. You want to burn some Finneys. Like, these guys understand. We've seen crazier shit than that burn. And you got a Rolo out of it. That Rolo is sick. Whatever, you live and you learn, right? So I've said this and I'll say it again. Some of the best lessons in life are learned the hard way.
I don't feel hard. I mean,
I don't think Jimmy's not worried. He's balling.
I'm not balling, actually.
Anyone who just like podcasts for a living, just like drops in, hangs out with his buddies for a couple hours here, goes out, hangs out with his other buddy here, gets to talk to all these EOS BPs and weird stuff like that. Like, you're killing it. That's living the life, bro.
I still can't even. I still can't even believe that like people actually like listening to me speak. Like the missus was just like, "You're always talking too much," and now like you kind of do this for like half of a living. Like, what happened? The world doesn't make sense anymore. How is that possible? I'm like, right. I mean, it's kind of like I kind of like that you people are here and that you listen to me, right? Like it's everyone's in need of attention. I mean, like, how do you feel? Like you're in the pilot seat today. I think you're having fun, right? Plebs together are strong. I mean, the whole American nation proved this when all of the potato farmers ran away from the British Isles and then decided to tar and feather the overlords. I mean, that's essentially American history in a nutshell.
Cryptowriter plebs. I consider myself, well, I'm not quite a pleb. No, I mean, I wouldn't consider anyone in our community a pleb except for a few people, but Cryptowriter plebs banded together and got us to 1,000 followers. And, you know, I might have to take a shot to that, to the plebs.
Nice.
Yeah, this is going to be a half shot though. Still a shot. That's still a shot and a half more whiskey than you know, who out is any of our audience out there having a little cocktail? I mean I would love to.
Data Stream might be. I mean, Data Stream's in Europe. It might be drinking time for him.
Raise your hand if you have a cocktail. By the way, I think you guys saw it, but the form is open to anyone who hasn't signed up yet. Anyone new to the stream? Let me link that again. Yeah,
you should drop that in there. I should put my name on the form. Actually,
ooh, you should, and then you can give away a Finney coin. Well, you could just burn it. And then if it's something really sick, just burn it again because that's what you do. Right.
And like just to see the reaction on Helena's face. He sent me a DM the next day. He's like, dude, please, if you're gonna burn stuff, just like, can I just send you comments and you can burn those? Like, he's like, I would have given you two. Yeah. He's like, I would have given you 2 plebs for that, man.
Yeah. Earn and Game. I like the name. Earn and Game. Shout out to you. Salute.
Fair enough. Yeah, so drop that link in the comments.
Bully, it doesn't go down as smooth as like Buffalo Trace. I don't know. What's your favorite whiskey, Jimmy? Oh, I mean, Japanese have great whiskey. Oh,
yeah, it's expensive.
That's what I want you to, when you come to stay in my shed and hang out there by the pool, just lay out in the hammock, read. We'll do podcasts from the big leather recliners in the shed, just side by side. I want you to bring me some of the Yamakaze. I think it's Yamakaze, right?
So not Yamakaze, but fair enough.
What's the Japanese whiskey? What's the good one?
It's not Yamakaze. Yamazaki?
Yeah, Yamazaki. Close enough.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I mean, I don't mind. Yeah, just get me a case of Yamazaki.
Dude,
do you drink that very often?
It's super expensive. So I don't. Often.
Okay. What is super expensive? Sometimes it's hard to get here. I don't know if it still is, but sometimes it's
yeah. So the interesting thing about Japan is actually liquor is dirt cheap here. Like we don't have taxes near as bad as Canada or the US. And so like I can buy a bottle of I can buy a bottle of like Dewar's, for example. I quite like Dewar's. It's a cheap whiskey, but I like it. American Scotch whiskey. I can buy a bottle of Dewar's whiskey for maybe $15, which is huge, right? Like in Canada, you're gonna pay like $40-$50 for that. So I would say like Yamazaki is probably like my guess is it's probably, I don't know. I haven't bought it in a long time. It's quite expensive, but I'd say it's probably like Ichimongo Senyen. So like over $100 probably for a bottle of Yamazaki easily.
Yeah, here it's like 150, something like that. I don't know. I mean, obviously that's like the 12-year. Do you like Scotch, or do you make mixed drinks, or like what's your go-to?
Yeah, I'm more of a Scotch whiskey guy myself. I like Beaumont a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I had some. Where is it?
Is it? Maybe I just screwed that up. Actually,
I had a really good. Okay, so I went. I have a friend who's. He's awesome. He's like, since I was maybe 18, 19, we were friends. He's kind of like a trust fund kid in a sense, right? So definitely a good friend to have, but we've been through some wild shit together, and I hadn't seen him for a while, and he invited, I got drunk at a kid's pool party thing, and I FaceTimed him, and he was like, hey, I'm like, what's going on tonight? Are the clubs open? I was just messing with him. I mean, they are open. And I sort of want to go to a club at the time. This was like 3 PM. I'd had a few cocktails by then. And he's like, only if Jen goes. And Jen's my wife, if you didn't know. He's like, we'll go do something, but Jen has to go. So I put her on the spot. She was sitting there. She was in her bathing suit. She had a couple cocktails, and I'm like, hey, talk to Dominic. And he's like, Jen, if you go, we'll go do something. So she said, okay, and then continued to drink. And then I had to get the kids to babysit. I mean, I had to get my parents to babysit the kids. Yeah, the kids wouldn't be babysitting my parents. They might be one day, though. And anyways, so we made it happen. Jen and I got home at like 5, and we sat on the couch, and we're like, oh my God, like we feel like shit. We're going to have to get up, get ready, drive all the way out to my buddy's place, and then we're going to go out. So we went, we ended up doing it, right? Because fuck it. We don't go out that often. We had the babysitter. So we end up doing it. We get to Dominic's place, and we have some of this. I don't know if you can see it. It was really good though. That whiskey. Cavalan. But whatever.
Never heard
Anyways, it was really good. I think, I don't know where it's from. Anyways, we go out to this restaurant, like a fucking nice restaurant. Some chef, Thomas Keller. I don't know anything about this, but my buddy, because he's got money, just like goes out to like fancy restaurants, eats amazing food. So we go out to this restaurant, and it happens to be, okay, they close the kitchen at 9:45, and we leave at like 9:30, and we have to drive up to the beach, and it happens to be in Surfside where that building collapsed. You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it happened to be in the same area, and we're driving, and there's cops. They had it all blocked off, and we're like, oh shit. Like the girls are like, oh, we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. Like, why even go? We're going to get there when the kitchen closes. They're not going to serve us. Like, let's just go over here. But my buddy is like a very determined dude. He's like, no, it's fine. We'll get it there. And we got there 10 minutes late, but we were greeted like kings, and they sat us down. We had this just sitting on the table. So we were passing this around, and we had we were laughing. We had a wonderful time and ate amazing food. And then went back to, I don't know, we did one stop at a bar, went back to my buddy's place and closed out the night. But it was surreal because I don't know how I felt about this. We were driving to Surfside where the building had collapsed. And then we were like eating at the fanciest, schmanciest restaurant, like in the place. And you're just sitting there eating. And I wasn't thinking about this only when I was driving, but like people are dead, still under layers of, building, and they're just dead. And we're right over here in the neighborhood just eating like fucking amazing food. So I don't know how I felt about that, but we did have a great night.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's interesting. Like like I said, I went back to my job.
Smash the likes.
I went back to my job today, and like I was actually not very good at it, if I'm 100% honest about it, because I've been doing it remotely for like 2 years, and like there's something about like going back out there in the real world, which like I loved walking around the town because I haven't done that in a really long time. And going out because like we've kind of been on a weird lockdown as well, but it gets weird when you have to like kind of go out and experience the world, and I'm excited to like go and experience the world again, right? Like I'm excited to come and like install. Like I'm probably going to bring you two things. The first thing I'm going to bring is a bottle of Yamazaki. The second thing I'm going to bring
it has to be at least 18 years. At least 18-year bottle of Yamazaki. I only drink 18 years and up. Just for the record. 18-year minimum.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Living the life here.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding.
You're only talking about whiskey. Okay, sorry, I read into something else.
Ooh, what did you read into?
I only do 18 years and up.
Wow, Jimmy, Miss Teen Crypto is going to be on the shift next week. You can't be saying stuff like that.
Miss Teen Crypto is one of my favorite people.
How old is Miss Teen Crypto?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
That wasn't the first question.
No. But be prepared for some weird commenters. We had some weird commenters.
Oh, yeah?
Like
what kind of comments? I'm going to close the forum. We're going to do another spin after Jimmy tells us what kind of comments.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's weird when people come on to shows with like really young, girls and say like, I love you. Can, you answer my DMs. It's just bizarre. It's a little bit like
one thought I had when we were eating at that fancy schmancy restaurant, and I had a couple French inhales out of the vaporizer. I was thinking, like, at this point, okay, it's like a week, or at the time, it's like a week after the building collapse, maybe longer. Like at this time, why don't you just say, hey, whoever wants to help out, come in here and sign a waiver and just start pulling stuff. I know there's like fires and chemicals and stuff like that, but just sign the waiver and get in there, get the community in there, and just get them pulling the shit off, And what was interesting, my buddy who took us out that night, he's dating a South American. She was out with us. And she was like, look, in my country, I forget where she was from, maybe Ecuador. I don't know where she was from, actually. Central, maybe somewhere in South America. Anyway, she was like, look, in my country, if something like this happens, everyone just comes there and helps out, right? Right. Like, I don't care how many, fire rescue you have, but if you get organized and let people help out, they will come and help out, and you'll get that shit off people, and people can find their loved ones, their likely dead loved ones, in half their time. That's just what I was thinking. Well,
and I mean, it's interesting you point that out, because I don't know if it was just the fact that it was just one building. But like, what happened with the Hurricane Katrina, right? Like all the looting, all the vandalism, like people are dying and you're stealing like large screen TVs. Like that's crazy to me, right? And then you look at something like what happened in Japan with the Fukushima, tsunami, and you had people lining up at convenience stores, only getting 1 or 2 bottles of water, and oftentimes walking out of the convenience store and seeing other people in line with children, handing the bottles of water to the children and then lining up again to go and get more for themselves. Like, and so when I see like natural disasters and I see how different people react around the world, like she makes a really good point, right? Like there is this mentality in a lot of like places who who do deal with a lot of natural disasters, and they might not be like necessarily like first world countries, even though Japan is. that has this mentality about like, we're all fucked, so let's like, you know, get out of this and fix it together so we can move on with our lives, right? And it's a nice place to live. No, Jenka, I like what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, it's super weird for me. But like 18 and 30, like I'm okay with that. That's not really that weird. Because you know, like at 18 years old and 30, like I'm really okay with that. I'll go on record of saying that. That's only 12-year difference, and my wife is actually 11 years younger than me. So
wow.
That's a bit of a stretch, right? So yeah, but yeah, like I think like 17 and 29 is a bit weird, and probably illegal in most countries, but in some countries it's not, right? I'm pretty open and I'm pretty free with that kind of stuff. Like I think if you know, look at like, you know, Richard Gere and some of these really super old guys that like you know, I'm sure at points in time or musicians, they've dated 20-year-olds, and if the 20-year-olds are okay with it, then it's okay. But like if you're harassing someone, you know, on the side if you're harassing someone on the side to answer your DMs because you're like an internet stalker in a way, it gets weird, right? That's all I'll say. So yeah, and I think like 18 can be mad young, like especially in a country like Japan where 18-year-olds act like they're 15, which makes it even weirder, right? Like there's 16-year-olds in America that you would swear like act like they're 25. Sometimes I can't tell when I go back home. It's a little bit freaky, right? But it's a really interesting topic that I like talking about. So, but I'm going to be quiet right now because Sean's
we're going to spin the wheel here. When you see this Finney coin flashing in the corner, that means a wheel spin is imminent. So
yeah,
we're going to spin the wheel. Here we go.
You need a training program for this, like a 5-minute video, like how to interact with the Obscurity and Beyond show, because
oh, interesting.
Buck 14 wallet.
This is one of the oddest wax account names I've ever seen. Is Buck 14 wallet in here?
Is that Book 14 wallet? And is there a Book 13 wallet? Because if there is, I say we null it because you're not allowed to enter more than once.
Wait, what? Is there a Buke 13 wallet?
Probably not.
Who is it? Oh, he's good. If Dr. Poon says he's good, he's good. Shout out to Dr. Poon. He's a new admin in our Telegram chat.
Oh, nice. You know what? You know who else is in the crowd who I haven't actually ever met?
Who?
Ricardo.
Oh, Ricardo. It was fun. This is kind of funny. Ricardo had a Rolodex, his stream the other day. He had Wax Arena on, so that was cool. So I was messing around on StreamYard, like messing around with branding, seeing what worked, what didn't. You know, eventually I got to here. And then for whatever reason, Ricardo, it was his first live stream. So that's big, right? He took the plunge and did his first live stream for whatever reason. Well, I know why, but live streams always do better because you can do giveaways and you can get people involved. So he did his first live stream. And because of that, his Zoom was not hooked up to our YouTube. So at like 9 a.m. or something, he was like at 9 at my morning. He was like, "Oh, do you have a way? I got to use your Zoom, whatever, so I can do the live stream." I don't have Zoom. My Zoom's not hooked up, but we had just hooked up the StreamYard. So I'm like, okay, log in here, and we gave my StreamYard, but I had done all this branding, but it wasn't like done. I was just like messing around, testing stuff. And when his stream went live, I tuned in and he was using all of it. So I was like, oh God. But it didn't look that bad. But whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go back to that because I know that you've been playing around. This idea for a while. And how to, you know, better stream over with you guys. And you know, we've been using StreamYard just by default. Like I'm not a streamer, and like hats off to you. Sean, because you did something that like I don't necessarily do. Like I'm just happy to go on and be live. Like you branded the fuck out of this, and it looks good. And I'm totally gonna steal this and incorporate a lot of it. Like, that's the beauty of it, right? But I think like it looks really good, and I know you put a lot of work behind it. But how do you feel about it? Like how do you feel about piloting your first StreamYard experience? Because I know that you're used to piloting like things like Zoom or working on the back end. Like what are your thoughts? Are you?
Well,
a fan?
I've never piloted anything for one. Oh, what do you get? Let's just see what this dude is.
I can totally show you. I'm smoking this actually. This is a little this is a little vape pen, and I'm smoking this. I can totally show you. Yeah, this is what I smoke.
CBD.
That's all I'm allowed to smoke in this country. I'm not allowed to smoke anything else. Otherwise, I get arrested or I get thrown in prison, and I probably get kicked out. Japan is like intensely draconian when it comes to this kind of shit. That like Canada legalized it, and the Japanese government came out and said, you are Japanese citizens. If you go to Canada and you smoke, we will arrest you when you come back. Of course they didn't arrest people, but like it's just like, even if I never smoke again, I kind of want to live in a country that like has it at least decriminalized, because it's just ridiculous that we live in this world where this still exists, right?
You saw there was I forget her name, Olympic track star American Olympic track star, qualified for Olympics, but they tested her. She had some THC in her body, her bloodstream. Her mom had just died. Okay. And she doesn't go to Olympics. Okay. She gets disqualified, and then her like ban or whatever would still allow her to compete in the 4x100 relay, which is like the end of the track and field. They do the relays, and she would be back in time for that. But the Olympic committee said no, they didn't take her. And it's because she smoked weed in a state where weed is legal. It's just, I mean, it's so stupid, it's just
I'm
so stupid.
I'm Canadian. Do you remember? Like, I think it was back like, I can't quite remember who it was, but it was quite a few years ago. Do you remember when that Canadian snowboarder got his medals got his medals stripped?
Oh my god!
And like I remember like sitting on the opposite end of a conversation and just being like, what the fuck? Like, this is just stupid. And my mate said to me, he's like, it really is dumb. If you can win a gold medal in that state, because I think we were probably high at the time. If you can win a gold medal in that state, shouldn't they give you another one?
I know.
Right? Like totally, right? Like it's like, yeah. It's
now the NCAA allows athletes to get paid for their likeness. I mixed this up. I was trying to multitask. And there's a lag.
Yeah, so I'm gonna answer this question because it's the Obscurity show.
Wasn't a question, but sure.
No, I'm talking to Heisenberg in the comments. So can you put our big on the screen again?
Sure, Jimmy. Sure. I just want Buke 13 to know, or Buke 14 to know that I have sent their Finney.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good. No, it's okay. I don't. Yeah, so because I like it. I've bought.
Hey, we'll do more giveaways at the end, but I'm gonna remove the Finney coin and I'm gonna put up the Cryptowriter membership card. Okay, go ahead.
No problem. So it's called Emily, and I use the light one, and it comes with these two, like basically these two pens. And the top screws off. It's not a big haul, right? Like if you like a lot of smoke, you don't get it, but I like it because it's compact. You put the little liquid in the bottom. Sometimes these little top parts get a little bit dirty and plugged up, and the filters, depending upon the CBD that I use, will also get like a little bit dark. But you can also buy replacement tops for them, and so I do that maybe every couple of months. And yeah, that's what I use, and I like it. It's not a big one. It's easy to carry around. Yeah. That's it, right? Sean is getting really fancy with the podcast, and then I'm kind of here for it. I like it. I'm a little bit jealous that like he did it and I didn't. Like I might not come back in August because of that.
No,
I'm just kidding. I already told you why I might not be here in August. We had a stream the other day, and we were talking about exit scams because like everything's an exit scam, right? Like we saw this with we saw this with Our Planet the other day, and I know you guys are like a little bit like distraught that you're not on Our Planet still.
Well, not with the Aether price being this low.
right.
I brought up hold on, you'll like this. So back in the day, this was in March 10th to be exact. Bonds was showing us Our Planet because that's when they were probably just launched. They want to get some momentum going. They didn't have quite the success they have today. And he was sharing in one of our groups. This is one of our like Illuminati groups that, check out this project, Our Planet. It's awesome, whatever. And I looked at it and I kind of read about it. And at first glance to me, it just didn't seem sustainable, but I didn't even understand it. Okay. Let me put that out there. I didn't get it at first. I just kind of read through what they were doing and I'm like, it doesn't seem sustainable. It seems a bit so fucking with bonds. I'm like, this is a Ponzi scheme. I just put that out there to mess with him. And he was like, it's not a Ponzi. You don't even understand it. I didn't understand it.
You should call it a Bonzi scheme.
A Bonzi scheme. Yes. That's maybe the best thing you've ever said on this show. A Bonzi scheme. And I was like, bro, this is a Bonzi scheme. Like obvious 100% Bonzi scheme. Too good to be true Bonzi scheme. And then the price of Aether and their success, and it was like, and Bonds was getting that little swag in his walk, that little limp, right? He was going around throwing his weight around, and around that time is when Crypto Finney was ready. We had just launched, so I was like, Bonds, get us on our plan. And he was like, maybe. He's like, I'll put you on the list. And then he never got us on, but whatever. I know that list is long. And then we were seeing other projects that had just like gone live that didn't have nearly as awesome a community, and they were getting listed. And then you're kind of like, well, that's going to kind of dilute the product. Like if you're going to list someone, list Cryptowriter. We've written Our Planet articles. We're a good community. We're a good fit. We're not like flooding the place with NFTs every week. But we didn't get listed. We didn't get listed in at this point. Oh well, because we have our own plans. We'll be fine either way. It would have been nice. But then to see the Aether token price just kind of take a dump. Do you know why? Someone said there was some guy who was making like 2.5 million Aether a day who dumped. Do you know any more?
No, I heard about that as well. I think me and Corey talked about it on one of our shows. And but I'm not that worried about it. I mean, so yeah, I like for the record.
Are you mining? What?
So I'll fill you in. So for the record, like I'm a really big fan of Bond. I get Bond shit a little bit, but like I really like Bonds. Like I think he does a really good job in the space. We can get pissed off at him, but he's a super busy guy. And I think, like he's talking at like 100 miles an hour for 5 or 6 different projects. Now, whether, he's taken on too much, like I know I took on too much, a little bit. So I'm having to cut back stuff. I do mine Aether. I'm not I'm not active. Like Corey's like a true degen. He'll call himself a true degen, right? Like Corey basically like he's mining enough Aether that he aped in really hard in the early days, like when our planet was just starting, and he bought a shit ton of shovels. He staked them all, you know.
Wow.
And so like Corey does this as well. Like on our show, we have this account, and this is all funded to Corey. I have nothing to do with this, even though he gives me like partial credit for it, but I do absolutely nothing. He's a little bit nicer than you though, right? He just doesn't like yell at me for not giving stuff away to the community. But basically what he's done is he's set up a lot of he set up a community account for us, so that like we mint stuff on our planet. People donate, and he donates a certain amount every week, every day, every month, and we mint stuff. And then if we get something that's stakeable, we stake it on our planet, and if we get donations that aren't, we give them away to the community. So that's pretty fun, right? Like that's pretty good. So that's what we do, right? But like here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Whoa.
You gotta get
whoa. Here's the thing. We need some. This is why we need Taylor doing this on stream to help produce this.
Right.
Because this is great. Right.
I'm curious to know where the 1986 comes from.
It's my birth year.
Okay, I figure. I like it. So I mean, a producer on the show would be really cool. But yeah, so here's the thing: you look at something like Aether, and you look at how people come in hard, and they stack all of this stuff, right? I mean, you guys, in a way, you've actually done NFTs right. I think we've done NFTs right as well, but we've done it in a little bit of a different way. But you guys have done NFTs right in the sense that, like, you know, you need to burn them, you need to upgrade them. Like I didn't. Like I'm a little bit pissy right now because like I shouldn't have burned any of my wax Finney coins. I should have burned the fucking crypto. I should have burned the Eos ones because like I listened to a good friend of mine who told me that like, you know, the Eos ones would probably be worth more. They're not. What happened there? Let's fix it.
Well, yeah, it depends on what time frame.
It might be, and right, like, but this is a great chart that you have up here. You know, it's clearly shit the bed, but you know what? It looks very similar to me as wax. You know, back in the day, you know, wax went way down below where this is, and then now where is it, right?
Well, this is pretty much everything in crypto does this. Anyways, it's going down. No,
no, but you're right. This is what everyone in crypto does. This. Look. Let me draw lines on the chart.
I put this line here, right? Because I'm no TA guy. But that being said, it was looking a little toppy, right? This looking a little toppy here. We saw this with the Bitcoin chart, right? Before it came back down to earth. Looking a little toppy. You know, here, let's see. Yeah, no, we don't. All I know is our TA expert, Crichton Capital, Chris, who does art of the chart, is awesome. All I've learned, well, I've learned a lot from him, but one thing I've learned is you want the third touch of the lower bound before it goes. And I don't know if we have that. I only see maybe 2 touches of the lower bound.
I want you to teach everyone everything you know about TA, and I'm gonna be back in like 1 minute.
Yeah, so here's what we're looking at. We have this. I don't know. This does not look good, guys. Right here looks a little toppy. Oh man, I don't know how can I draw a line? I don't know. We're gonna draw some sort of wedge here. Let's put another line right here. Yeah, not good. That's all I have to say about that. Not good, guys. Sell, sell, sell. If Cryptowriter gets added, this might actually be bottoming out. Might have found a floor here, but honestly, you got the upside down double hammered doji down here, and that does not look good. Definitely doesn't look good, guys. So if it was me, I would sell. You see this double upside down doji here, hammered doji, not good. Super bear signal.
Let me scroll through the comments and see how well you're doing.
I thought I did awesome.
Oh, my TA is shit. I will tell you that, like 100%.
Okay. Story.
My DeFi is shit too. Like we have some friends. I have some friends who have made a killing in DeFi, and they made such a killing in DeFi that they're actually changing nationalities, and then maybe we'll get them on, maybe we'll get them on the air.
Here's how you. Let me take off the here's the thing branding. Here's how you get ahead in crypto. Here's the thing. Now, what you want to do.
It's sponsored by Sweaty. These nuts.
Sweaty Cincinnati. We'll leave that out. Now, here's what you want to do. You need to get an edge. So like once you immerse yourself in crypto, you start meeting people. You meet people that you trust who are connected to different projects, or they've been in the game. And when those people tell you about some project they're involved in very early on, that's an edge if you trust them. So if you can find these edges, I don't know TA, I don't look at charts. I was like a lot of you when I first got into crypto. I thought I was going to be a day trader. Well, nope, that didn't work out. But over time, I started meeting people. You talk to people, you meet people like Jimmy and Corey and Zach and Cheney and those type people. And eventually they lead you to an opportunity where you get in early. You're getting in. If you're willing to risk something and you're willing to go a little bigger, not financial advice, but if you're willing to go big on something you have an edge on, then you can boom, your crypto portfolio will take off. If you arrive late, right? So like, do I want to start picking up? Well, now it's fine, but did I want to start picking up buying mining rigs when Aether's price was up here? I don't know, because I don't feel like I was early enough. Corey, obviously, maybe through bonds or maybe whoever he knew was telling him, hey, we're doing this. We're doing this, this Our Planet project. Here's an opportunity. It hasn't taken off yet. Get in early. And
no, so like Corey's weird like that, because Corey he's an ultimate degen. Like I don't know where he finds this stuff, but like he kind of outed himself on Twitter the other day. And him and Tuttle, which is another like key player in our project, they started playing around with this DeFi app over on Binance, and like they got in early enough that they're just making they were making a killing out of it, right? And so like these people are like massive risk takers, and they do really well in the markets. I think if you want to play that DeFi game and you're good at it, you can do it. But I think as well, like you said, both of them kind of came into the market like at time before the last bull run, and they played the market through the whole bull run, and they came out on the safe side, but they didn't come out millionaires, right? Like so they kind of learned, like they kind of learned their lesson, right? And Corey said this multiple times on our show. He had a friend who pretty much invested at the same time around the same amount of money that he did, and did absolutely nothing, just hodled through the whole bull market, the whole bear market, and came out on the other end like at a 10% loss, where Corey like put his heart and soul into trading every single day, right? And he made like 10% more than his best friend, right? So
usually, from my experience, nothing typically outperforms Bitcoin over a long enough, time span. So typically for most people who trade their way through a bear market and try to double down and make up whatever,
or a bull market.
First of all, don't bet against the trend. That's something I learned. Don't bet against the trend. And number two, if you just hold Bitcoin, the past 10, 11, whatever years has shown us that you will outperform anyone, or almost, 99% of people that want to trade shit coins, right? Through the bear market. And I had a friend who was, even from high school, he was just good at making money. And, he's the guy who kind of onboarded me to crypto, or helped me when I first got in. And he told me that early on, like, just hold, at least hold a good portion of your portfolio should just be holding Bitcoin, because nothing outperforms it. And
Miss Team Crypto, and probably not near as cute. That's what I'm gonna say. Here's the thing about Miss Team Crypto.
Here's the thing.
You're really slow at this. You gotta be like,
bro, because I'm trying to read the comments. It's not my fault that StreamYard has.
Well,
bad. Look, StreamYard UX, I've already figured this out. Maybe I just don't know how to do it. I would like a separate, so on the side, you know what? I think we can do this.
Can you just go back to like every other episode that we did where I was the pilot, and then whine and complain about this a little bit more? Can we just do that?
Hold on.
I never had these problems, Sean. These aren't Jimmy D problems. These are Sean problems. These aren't like the community problems. These are Sean problems, right?
Okay. So if I want to look at the comments, I have to be here.
No, you don't. What are you doing? Yes, you do. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I either have to choose between branding, or comments. Yeah. I want to read the comments. I don't want to be sitting on branding waiting for you to say, here's the thing.
Well, if you would give me fucking access, then I could deal with the comments.
Right,
and you could deal with the branding.
That's the balance. We'll get there. You got to earn it. But StreamYard, if you're listening, if you're watching this, I'm sure they are.
Yeah, you're totally watching it.
You need to have a column for comments and then a column for branding. So I can read the comments here and do the branding here, and I would be a lot faster at getting here's the thing up and running. Yeah. And then to take it a step further, I got to go over to banners, and we'll go back to this one.
I like that. I like that you're branding this out, and I like that we're like kind of fucking around with like joking about this, because like if you were on the comment screen, you would have seen Enjoanka say, "Oh, now he wants access," because I thought that was pretty funny.
It's not me.
But here's what you're really good at branding. So is Kenny. The Cryptowriter team is really good at branding. I'm not necessarily good at branding because I got too much shit flying around in my head. And I'm like, all of our branding over in the Uplift is like, we don't fucking make roadmaps and brand. That's what we do. But like that's why I like working with you, because it's a nice balance. But here's the thing: is up there on the screen. We need to do something with music or something on that.
Yeah.
Right? Like that'd be really cool if like. Yeah. I you know who else I want to bring on the channel, which
who?
which I think would be really interesting for a show, is I do the show with the Nasty Hooks. I don't know if you know who the Nasty Hooks are, but the Nasty Hooks do like comedy and music across Discord channels. And like they clean themselves up for like our show. And I told them, you don't have to clean yourselves up, but they're like, no, we want to do it. It's like an exercise in self-control. It's an exercise in comedy. If you can like do comedy without dropping F-bombs all over the place, then it makes us sharper when we do get to drop F-bombs, which I kind of appreciate. I like it. But they're to the next level of obscurity. It's really good. We had people leave our stream the other day because I was apparently rude and
wait, what happened?
Now the Drizzle was telling us the Drizzle, because it's bird brains and Drizzle, and the Drizzle he was telling us like how he needs bird brain, where this is going. This is why I need people like you, Sean, and this is why Corey needs people like me, and I need people like Corey, right? Like when you get into these collaborative efforts, right? So hey,
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Or
Jesus, the last thing we need is another Bonds. Like we don't need a Ballent to like deal with. Like he's got a big he's got a big enough head already. We don't
Jimmy,
need this.
hold down the fort.
I'll hold down the fort. But yeah, like I don't know if you guys I don't know. You're right. Like Morton knows bird bones and Driz. And so we had this thing that happened, and it was really funny, and I thought it was really funny, right? And the Drizzle was saying that he made this joke in real life about like pushing his wife down the stairs, and it didn't go over so well. Like people were like legitimately angry at him, right? And I said, well, I mean, like people should like really learn how to understand comedy, right? Like there's this song by More Chiba, and More Chiba like does this song where basically they come to the conclusion that this guy, he killed his wife. And then in the end, they say like, oh, well, I realized that I didn't have to kill her. Right. And so, yeah, that was the thing. Maybe while I hold down the fort, I should address some of these uplifting questions instead of just telling random stories. Can we do anything, right? DataStream knows what's up. More Cheap is great. Sky has one of the most beautiful voices in the whole music industry. Can we do anything with our Upliftium yet? Yes, you can. What you can do with your Upliftium right now is you can use it for picture installs. You can mine Upliftium with the miners. We're in the process of breaking shit ourselves and then rolling out new shit that isn't broken. And we do this a lot, actually. Like I woke up this morning to like 5 things that like somebody on our team broke. So we're at that, like we're at that point where sorry, I'm kind of like, it's different to actively interview someone than to hang out with Jimmy and zone out while he talks and reads chat for a bit, right? Like it's totally different. And this is why we do these streams. And this is why I need people like Sean, because like Sean's done an amazing job on this branding. He's probably going to surpass, this is why we need this on our channel too, because he's probably going to surpass like likes with all these like little weird things he's got. You know who one of my favorite branders is in the space? My favorite brander in the space, hands down.
You have a favorite brander in the space?
Yeah. And when I say this, you'll get what I'm saying. My favorite brander in the space, the person who like does his show in a way that like makes me envious and makes me jealous, is Anders. Any observation? If you ever watch any of his podcasts, the shit that he's going on the screen, that's professional level shit. And you just started doing this yesterday, Sean, and like you're like this close to being there. So
okay. First of all, like I looked into. I knew we had to elevate our game a little bit because the live streams we could see were taking off. Adam's stream started. I mean, taking off. It's 40 viewers, whatever, at a time, which isn't anything crazy, but compared to where it was, a month ago at 12 viewers, it's sort of taking off. So it's like we had to elevate our game and get everyone. The giveaways are awesome. People love that. When you do giveaways, you get viewers. So let's get people live streaming and doing giveaways because it's good for our brand. They come for the giveaway. They learn a little bit about Cryptowriter, and we funnel them into our community. So I researched, and at the price point, it seemed like StreamYard was the best. But you can get like actual software and get crazy, but we ain't ready for that yet.
I mean, this is good. I'm a fan. I think
and we'll get you guys. We'll help you get your uplifter shows up to snuff.
Yeah, and I want to add one more show to your lineup as well. I don't think it's a show yet, if I understood correctly, but I think it would be good. Can we please add the TA guy,
Chris?
Yeah, Cryptowriter. Let's make a show called the TA guy, and he can do like live trades, and he can give away shit that he trades online.
Yeah, his show is Art of the Chart, and that would be.
Oh, cool. Sorry, I didn't know that he did. He had his own show.
He doesn't have a show. He doesn't have a show. He has a feature. It's called Art of the Chart. And we've talked about that, but that would be cool. Like It'd be really cool too if he had a co-host who was kind of learning, right? And could help carry it and whatever. And because that's what art of the chart is. It's not just, he's not just doing TA, he's teaching you about TA as he does TA.
I feel like I feel like our networks are colliding in a really interesting way, because like we kind of, Corey and I kind of did this, like we kind of ran out of time, so we brought Callie in for the Journeys episodes, right? Like, I mean, you were busting my balls earlier today, rightly so. I sent you a form. I'm like, hey, can you fill this out? You're like, didn't I just fill out a form like this earlier?
I thought it was the same form.
Like that I haven't, that you haven't done anything with. And I'm like, yeah, 100% true. Like, I don't have time. So I think thank you for the heads up about your friend as well, by the way. That's what I like about your network. I also recommended another person from your network, but I think we already had the position covered, but we're looking for like a social media we were looking for a social media director.
Yeah,
and
I heard you got one.
I think we already got one, but your recommendation was nice. And I'll tell you off air who I recommended. But
they fired you, Jimmy? Is that why that job came up for grabs? You weren't performing on the social media front. You were too busy podcasting.
No. So yeah, here's the thing. Like I manage, people don't know this. I manage anywhere from 7 to 10 social media accounts in a given day. And that's not good. It's not like people don't know this because I'm so good at like wrapping things around, but obviously you can't dedicate all your time to 7 to 10 different social media accounts, right? Like, and I'm not talking different social media accounts. I'm talking like different Twitter accounts, like different project Twitter accounts. You know, I built up this network of projects that like let me in there and let me do my thing. And I do a pretty decent job at it, but I'm at the point now where like none of the projects is getting the attention they deserve. So I had a meeting with, our head marketer who's amazing. And she's just like, what if we were to like delegate some of these things to other people so that you could go and do what you do best, which is writing, which is, community development. And I said, yeah, sure. Go ahead, do it, please. Like free up time so that I can, write an article based off of the awesome images and information that Sean sent me about the Cryptowriter plot and put that on the blog so I don't look like a complete clown, right? Like that's what I want to do, yeah.
Closing the form. We're gonna do an Eos giveaway next. We'll do another Finney coin.
No, just do let's give away a Yoshi coin.
Let's do an Eos and then we'll give away a Yoshi. How about that?
Sure. I mean, you're gonna much rather want the wax coin than the Eos coin for the short term, and you're definitely gonna want the. You know what? Fuck it. I'll up the stakes, even though it's coming out of my own pocket. I will give away a clear membership. We'll do the 2 Finney coin already upgraded clear membership. That's what you get.
Wait, what is that?
I'm going to give away a clear.
What's a clear membership?
A clear membership is the first level of upgraded Finney coins. You can go. So you go clear.
Any coins black. Or Yoshi coins?
Yoshi coins, sorry. So you go clear, you go black, you go silver, you go gold. I have a silver one. I can't afford the gold one yet. It's out of my price range.
I'll say the Finney coin 2.0, the new Finney coin, and there's going to be different metal Finney coins. They are going to be awesome looking. Let me ask you about this because Kenny and
sure.
So the idea is to put the Finney coin in a baggie, like a little. You've seen those little baggies that you use for
you and your drugs.
Yeah, but it's not really me and my drugs. It's like what is our community gonna love, right? And the thing about the little plastic baggies is you can brand them. You can put like different Finney characters on there and just make it look cool. Right. But what happens when you burn the bag in Finney 2.0? You get the coins. You're not getting like NFT crack or anything. You're getting Finney coins. So the other option is just to use pouches, like leather looking NFT pouches. But you can't really brand them that easy. Maybe on the little tie thing, you could do something. But I like the baggies. What do you feel about doing the baggies? And And Kenny's thing is it's and I think we're gonna go with the baggies because in order to succeed, we try to do the opposite of what Voice is doing. As bad as that sounds, but seriously,
well, I
though,
mean,
like
it's not really that difficult right now because if you're doing something, you're doing the opposite of what Voice is doing.
Those bags look great. The baggies are going to be really cool, and they're going to have cool little character heads on the bags, and maybe they'll spin, and they'll be filled with Finney 2.0 coins, which at the time.
Hey, can I make this idea better?
Hold on, let me finish this thought though. At the time, Finney Coin 1.0 coins were like all the rage, right? They look awesome, but the space keeps moving forward. Now we got to step up our coin game, right? So shout out to he's someone in our community who is known for his renderings. He's been working on Finney 2.0 coins, and they're going to be top notch. They're going to be the nicest coin out there. Go ahead.
So normally when I do these shows with you, I have to miss the our Uplift sync meetings, which I'm kind of okay with because I can catch the playback later. But there's always going to be a point in these shows because I miss this. This is what we do. I'm putting together an article with MBlue. Did this video that we're putting together an article so you can see like how messed up our meetings are in such a positive, good way. But like basically like our meetings are essentially half of what's on our show, and we just throw ideas out there, and that's how we make shit happen. And so here's my idea for this, right? Like I like to plug and play things that might not be possible, but if they were, and if people adopt them, then that's great. And if they don't, then no hard feelings. But there's this thing in Japan, there's a scariness level of Japan, right? Like the most scary thing you can find in Japan really are the monkeys in the mountains because like they go ape, pun intended. They go ape when they want food. The second most scariest thing that you can find is like at the little shops in the mountains. The grandmas with the umbrellas that beat the monkeys off because they're trying to eat their food in the little shops. The third most dangerous thing that you can find is that grandmas in the department store on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. And the grandmas in the department store on New Year's Day, they beat each other off with their umbrellas. Because they want these gift bags, and there's these gift bags that have something inside, but you don't know. Now, what if what you did was this? What if these little bags, right, had between 1 and 3 Finney coins in it, and you don't know what it is until you burn it.
Jimmy,
right?
Jimmy, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Are you serious? So you've been doing this a lot lately, and I'm a little bit concerned that because this is like the second time in a week you've done this. So I tell you something. Okay, let me ask you this. Have I explained how the Finney coins, how 2.0 is going to work? Have I ever talked you through it? Okay, first of all, I have. Second of all, the reason why you're coming up with all these brilliant ideas, and you did it, I forget what it was, but you did it last week too. You did the same thing. I tell you something we're doing like a few weeks back because we give you kind of insider stuff. We talk after the show or outside of the show. And then you come in on the show and you're like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, or you're like, I have an amazing new idea. And it just hit me. And you explain your idea, and it was the same thing I told you we were already doing 2 weeks ago. So everyone in the community, everyone who's watching this already knows, thankfully, that your idea of putting multiple coins in the pouch is what we're doing, or multiple coins in the baggie. And we're going to have multiple price points. So like when we do the sale, maybe $15 gets you 3 coins. $30 might get you 7 coins, right? $45 might get you 11 coins, whatever we do. Okay. You're going to have different tiers of baggies, inside those baggies are going to be a different number of coins. And when you burn the baggie, you're going to get the coins, and they might be all different coins. So if you have a 3-coin baggie, you might get a rhodium and 2 platinums, or you might get a gold, palladium, iridium. Like, you don't know. And then tied to the level of coin, the rarity of the coin is the rarity of the attribute. And then, so if you burn a platinum coin, like if you burn your baggie, let's say you get 2 platinums and 1 rhodium. Your platinum coins, when you burn those coins, might yield you a black t-shirt or like a base pair of shorts. But when you burn the rhodium coin, you might get a pet cheetah, or you might get a mink coat, you know? And then you're going to be able to take those coins. And as long as you have a torso, like a Finney torso, a body, and 1 other attribute, you can then take those coins to the builder or those NFTs, and you can build your Finney and mint a Finney with those attributes.
Yeah. So to my defense, the last part of that with the clothing and the attributes, we talked about that, but we never talked about the baggies. Actually, the first I've heard about the baggies.
We did, but
no,
it's okay, dude. How you just said you're running 10 Twitters. You're doing like 20 podcasts. Like, how do you expect yourself to remember every conversation? That's all you do is have conversations.
Yeah, but I think I'm doing good. I don't think I've outed you.
Oh, look who it is. Look who it is.
I don't think I've outed you yet, have I?
Like what? Like, no.
Yeah. So I haven't told any of your secrets. I'm actually behind your followers, which is kind of funny.
Thank God we only talk live once a week.
Right? No, we're totally cool. I don't follow Cryptowriter.
Have you seen the Pomelo Finney?
News as much as I should. No, but I want to see it. I haven't. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, he's good energy Finney right there.
Okay, do one more. Let's give away clear membership. Or give me.
No, I gotta burn a coin. I gotta burn a coin, and then we're gonna give away that Finney, and then you can do the membership. I gotta burn this.
You're not gonna give me the pomelo?
We can get. You don't have a pomelo?
I don't know. I gotta check. I don't want the no, I don't want the pomelo. I should check. Did it come with the membership?
No.
Oh, okay, I'll have to check.
For those who signed up, we're gonna have a few extra.
For those who signed up for the email list or something.
Yeah, but the first 200, but we minted 300 because we knew that people were gonna sign up, and for whatever reason they weren't gonna get it, or they weren't gonna be the first 200, or Eos Nation.
I'm okay to not have one. I'll buy it off the free market.
Okay, let's see what they get. No, we'll hook it up. Just give it. Ooh, Iridium. Oh, he's got some runners. He's got the mask. There won't be any mask in Finney 2.0.
Of course. Why would you need a mask? I mean, you have the vaccine.
Yeah. Should we do? Maybe one of the attributes should be like a hanging needle from the arm. But we won't do it like there. We'll just do it from like the arm, right? So it'll be like it'll be the jab, a jab attribute. And it'll be just Finney, and the mask we can maybe do just kind of like hanging off now. Or maybe, you know what, maybe it'll be this, maybe it'll be this. So like it'll be the people who have been vaccinated, right? But they still can't take off the mask. But now they're like, the mask is like here, like maybe a little top lips. They're wearing it down there. Where
you got to put it under the chin.
Is that what you do? I'm still I'm always kind of amazed.
Like Japan's a mask wearing culture by nature, by definition, right?
Some people I think like hiding behind it. But so as soon as
some of my students say they don't have to put on makeup, that's why they wear masks.
There you go. I mean, I've never understood like the person riding the bike and they're riding the bike and they're like wearing the mask. Come on. I get that.
Try riding in a car solo and wearing a mask.
Yeah, I see that too. I don't get that one either. But so I go to the store, and here, like, I don't know how it is in Japan, but in America, if you want to get vaccinated, you can get vaccinated. Like, you have the opportunity. You could walk in a CVS and get it done today without a wait. And once we had reached that point, they said, okay, like a lot of the major stores just said, all right, like if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Your call now, which is the right thing to do.
I don't know. The
very first day,
well, maybe not. Fair enough.
Everyone has the opportunity to get vaccinated.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right. So if they don't want to get vaccinated, like, why do we all have to wear the mask to protect them? They have the opportunity if they want it. So the very first day, the stores like Publix, which is our local grocery store, was like a Saturday. I want to get donuts, and they're like, okay, you don't have to wear the mask. And I was vaccinated, and I don't know how I feel about being vaccinated, but it was just like, whatever. I've put a lot worse stuff in my body probably in my lifetime. I'm like, this ain't going to kill me. I'm not one of those people that typically has adverse side effects to much of anything. So I got vaccinated, and I didn't like wearing the mask even before I was vaccinated. Anyways, I go to Publix the day that like it's open. You don't have to wear the mask. And I walk in there without my mask, but I have my mask in my pocket. Okay. And I walk in there, and I'm looking around, and every single person has got the mask on. So at that point I was like, oh man, and I caved and I put the mask on. But then like a week later, I go back to the store, and I'm like, okay, like the word's out, like no one's, and I walk in there, and like 99% of the people are wearing the mask, and I didn't cave, whatever. Right now, fast forward a few months, and I go to the store yesterday, and we're sitting at about 70, maybe 68% still wearing the mask. But I feel like now we're kind of at the tipping point where now everyone's looking around, and they're like, wait, because before it was like, hey, I wear the mask. A lot of people, and someone told me this, they said, hey, I wear the mask because I don't want people to think I'm a Republican. And I was like, yeah, but the Republicans are looking at you and saying, why is this person still wearing the mask? But now we're at the point where I think enough people aren't wearing the mask, where now if you walk in and you're wearing the mask, now they're going to think, people are looking at me probably thinking like,
he said that fucker's a fucking socialist.
Yeah, they're still wearing it. So now I think we're at the tipping point. But I don't cave. Like other than that one time, I haven't caved. I am just amazed. Like even when you go to Home Depot or a place that you think is sort of right leaning or could be, and people, you got workers and they expose themselves to all sorts of stuff like cigarettes and stuff. You think they wouldn't be wearing the mask, right? But they are. I'm always amazed how many people are still wearing it. But I think we're reaching that tipping point.
Yeah, you should give that coin away on stream. I'm gonna grab one more soda and then let's dive into this because I got to put Charlie Q in his place.
Oh, Charlie Q. What did Charlie Q say? Oh, it's to pretend against. Here it is. I'll put it up there. We got a Charlie Q with the Trump avatar. You have to rely on the honor system. Brazil, still chaos. No surprise there. Sorry to hear that. But I can imagine.
I don't really have to put Charlie Q in this place. I just wanted to make fun of Charlie Q for a minute. Yeah, so actually he said that the reason that people wear masks is because of the smog. Actually, that's true in China, but the masks that you would wear for COVID don't actually work for smog. My brother lives in China. And smog in Beijing where he lives is crazy. There's times where you can't see like 5 feet in front of you, but it's because of the coal. You need a special mask. with charcoal in it, which is kind of ironic.
Oh yeah, that's
to be
how
able
they
to filter out the coal.
You know,
Um,
charcoal. You can brush your teeth with charcoal. Like
my favorite cigarettes when I was a smoker were Beaumont Milds, and they had like charcoal filters. It was great.
Interesting. Really? Never heard of that. Oh, there's some new cigarette out. Okay. And I learned this in my night out. I don't smoke cigarettes. My wife, on the weekends, if she's had a few drinks, she'll smoke cigarettes. And we were out with my buddy who, like I said, he goes out all the time. And his girlfriend she's a little younger. She's maybe like 26 or something. And my buddy's like 35. So similar to you and your wife, but she had these cigarettes, and this might be the club thing where you can break, I think you like kind of snap the filter and it turns into a menthol.
Right. Yeah. They have those in Japan there.
Do they?
Big here. Yeah. You bite the filter and it turns into a menthol. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Yeah, they have those things. So
we started a mask.
I think there's an interesting thing. So I want to tell people why Japan is a mask wearing culture, and this is really interesting. And it goes back to the socialist comment that I never actually finished. Japan is a free world economy. The reason that Japan never had lockdowns is because the Americans made them write it into their constitution that they weren't allowed to tell the people what to do, which is funny because it's one of the most homogeneous populations in the world where everyone pays this attention to social protocols. It's great in some ways, and it drives you mad in other ways. It's just like, why the hell aren't you questioning this shit, right? Like my kids are half Japanese and half Canadian, and I honestly believe that that's potentially the best balance in the world for any child to grow up in, if you can teach them the strong points of both of those two cultures, right? I'm sure other people in other cultures will say the same thing. I mean, but I think that they're so separated. But the reason that the Japanese wear masks actually is because after the First World War, they were still making all of their boats out of wood, and after the First World War, which they were kind of in the alliance on the winning side for, they started making their boats out of steel, and so they reforested the land with all of these trees that grew straight and fast, which were sugi and a lot of like pine trees and things like that, and they mass planted all of Japan. Now, most people think that Japan is actually a concrete jungle, but it's actually behind, I believe, Finland and Norway, or maybe it's Sweden and Norway. It's the country in the world with the most green space per area. It's got way more green space, but it's not natural. Actually, it's a lot of it is self-forested. And they kill something like 200,000 deer every year because these trees grow tall and it kills all the underbrush below. So none of the deer's predators can survive. So the deers like go nuts. But the reason that people wear masks is because they've got all of these sugi trees, and everyone in the country has a pollen allergy. So when something like COVID comes around, people are already wearing these masks because they're suffering from this allergy. And so it was really easy for us to port into that, right? And so Japan is also a mask-wearing culture because they're a herd in a way. They're not sheep, they're herd, which is interesting. But like when people are sick here, they put on a mask because they don't want to get other people sick, which I think is really interesting because it's like almost the complete opposite of what you said, Sean. Now, I'm not saying that there's no that one's right and one's wrong. I just think it's an interesting perspective to have. The final thing that I will say is I like the needle hanging out of Finney's arm, because I had a doctor who used to fucking think it was cool to throw my allergy needle into my arm and then grab it like this and go like this, and I fucking hate needles because of that.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've always kind of liked needles. One time I remember right as I was getting whatever shot, I was a kid, I like flexed my arm and it like shot out blood, kind of hurt a little bit. But outside of that, needles don't bother me. My kids are pretty tough too. They take it well. It's funny when they get a little nervous before, and they kind of get a little weird, and then boom, it hits them, and I'm like, don't cry. No, they don't. They don't cry. They're tough. My daughter just got her ears pierced. Like my wife wanted to pierce her ears when she was a baby, and I was like, just like let's let her decide if she wants her ears pierced. And then of course she's 7, and that's what she wanted. So my wife went and took her to get it done, and I think they did. Like they had someone on both sides doing it at the same time, but Brooklyn said it wasn't bad. I knew.
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't mean to offend anyone.
Are you going to give away? Are you going to give away some membership or something?
Yeah, let's give away clear membership. Spin the wheel one more time.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find the wheel. A lot of windows. A lot more windows than I'm used to operating with. It's not. Really...
I mean, I'm enjoying watching you struggle.
That's okay, great. I'm gonna open the form for like 2 minutes. If you haven't added your name, add it. And Jimmy, what are you giving away? A clear membership?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you away a clear membership, which means that like every drop that comes to Yoshi coins, if you hold that in your wallet, you'll get something.
Every drop of the lowest tier.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
That's well, right. You got to be. People are going to be upset if you say every drop, and then they're only getting the low tier drops.
No, I said you'll get every drop that comes. If you hold that in your wallet, you will get something. I didn't say you'll get everything. I said
you did. You said every drop.
You'll get something. Something.
Where's the form? Oh, Burst. I have the form police in here. The giveaway police. Sorry about that, buddy. Let me share it.
Hey, Charlie Q, I like how opinionated you are about this this vaccination and mass stuff. I don't agree with you entirely, but I do agree with parts of what you say. So I think these are.
I agree with parts of what I agree with parts of what he says. Also, the Trump avatar though is a dead giveaway, right?
Right. No, but I can
giveaway.
I can deal with that, and I do think like Japan has. They do have the lowest vaccinated rates in the world. Like I still can't get vaccinated in Japan because they're being so freaking draconian about this. And it's kind of pissing me off because I was kind of I wasn't anti-vax, but I wasn't sure about it.
I
do think that vaccinations are good, but like I also think that like just having this vaccination might not keep you safe if the disease itself morphs again. So I'm a fan of being vaccinated and taking those secondary
usually
precautions.
Though, am I wrong to say that the more the virus morphs, the least harmful it becomes?
I don't know because I think from what the research that I read, which might be outdated by now, but the research that I read says that it's kind of a RNA type of virus, which actually mutates more quickly than your regular common cold. But again, I'm not an expert. I don't know about this. And part of the thing that they said, like the second wave coming back to Japan, because Osaka was one of the worst cities in the world for a while. Like we were really bad. Right. Charlie Q, I'm not political. I don't like any party. The Trump avatar is just to piss people off. I hate both parties.
Charlie,
that's so Charlie.
If everyone just did stuff to piss people off, this would be a terrible place. You're lucky. Charlie. You're lucky there are people as kind as Jimmy D and people as kind as, who else is kind? M Blue. If everyone was like you and me, Charlie, this would be a terrible place to raise kids. Like it'd be awful. Don't do that, Charlie. We need to get Charlie. We need a here's a Jimmy D. We're gonna have him. No, this is what we're gonna do with Charlie. We'll get him a ticket to go spend time with Lovejoy at the Escher house, and he can sit with Lovejoy in the morning and drink tea and get a cleanse of the lens, and then come back and his spirit will be revived because Trump avatar just to piss people off. That's not good.
You might have just got put on the list. Actually, you might be on Charlie's shit list now.
Yeah, Burst isn't. Burst will tell it to you straight. Tell it to you straight. It's good. Charlie's like I said earlier, he keeps us honest. I wonder, he definitely likes the attention we're giving him.
Can we call him Honest Charlie?
Honest Charlie. I don't know. It's Trump avatar,
right?
Just to piss people off.
I like it. Okay, spin the wheel.
Okay, okay. I'm turning off the form. We're gonna highlight all these wax addresses. Ooh, it's growing. We're gonna go to the wheel of names. Am I doing this right, Burst? Am I doing this right? I guess I gotta share it.
Holy fuck, I don't know what's happening with my account. My account's fucking nuts. I just got a bunch of fucking coins that I don't know where they came from.
I don't know. If someone who's already won wins, well, I guess this one they can win twice. Ricardo gave his last. Go ahead.
What are dream coins?
Ooh, dream coins. Hard to keep up with M Blue and his Yoshi coins.
Jesus Christ, I don't know what this is. It came from Nifty Blocks. They're worth like 15 wax, which isn't bad. That's a couple bucks. They got dropped somehow, and I don't even know about this. But I'm guessing they might have come from us. Usually when shit shows up on my wallet, it's like, check your wax wallets. Does anyone have dream coins in their wallets? And so I'm going to share my screen after we do this, before I do the giveaway. But yeah, I want to show people some stuff because it's really cool.
My computer can't handle the producer role.
Right? Yeah, I got to get a new one too. It's all right. I do not have dream coins. Okay, I wonder where they came from because I got a lot.
Let me repaste this to make sure.
I'm not sure where they came from. Ah, they're from the father and son team. That's right. I know who that is, actually.
We're gonna spin the wheel. This is for a clear membership of YoshiDrops, signaling the spin. Here we go. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Dun 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 dun. Ooh.
Jagbag?
The Jagbag. Someone check that. Is Jagbag here?
I'll check it.
Ooh, Charlie says Dream Coins is a Yoshi knockoff.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
What does that mean? I mean, I'm going to have to research this because I don't think it's us. Anyway, can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how to do it on this side. How do I share my screen? Oh, I know how to do it.
Just add it, and then I get to decide.
Yeah, right? Like, let's do that. Okay. And
where's Jagbag? Are they here, though?
Yeah, if you're here, shout us out in the comments. Because I think that's like the first test that you just have to do. If they're here. Yeah. If they're here. If Jaggy Bags is here.
How long do we give them before we spin the wheel again? We'll give them 2 minutes.
Yeah, because I think that's like the ultimate.
If you're not listening, you're not getting the giveaway.
Yeah. Right? And I like what you were saying before about that. All right, so master of podcasting. Let me show my screen.
Earning game is here. Is Jagbag.
I like it. Jagbag's good. It's a good name if you didn't pick it yourself. So
what does it mean? What does that mean to you?
What does that mean?
Jagbag?
So yeah, I guess if you look in your wallet now, Sean, you should have this Uplift World land key.
Okay, I think I saw that. Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, from the one that we did. So that's kind of cool. You'll have that in there. And that's where the teleport thing is going to go, I think, first, if my understanding is right. So yeah, you can see where it is. That's Uplift 850 by 3300. That's all right. I'm kind of impressed with that.
Center is like 2500.
I think so. Yeah, it's a smaller map, so it might be 2000.
Oh wait, you got what are your thoughts on Bro Punks? I don't know. Our good friend Burst had some fired some shots off yesterday on Twitter.
Is this who created this? What is this?
It's supposedly your friend Ken Bozak and Joel Com.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know about it. I'm gonna have to have. Oh, I wanted to have Ken on the show last week, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Cool. I mean, I don't know anything about it.
Bro bunks.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it really Dreamcoin does look like a bit of a knockoff, but I mean, if they're doing something cool, I'm here for it. Did you get your 50-cent coin, Sean? Did you claim
Man,
this?
I don't know. I have to claim it from where?
Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat a little bit later. I think it's still live. The 50 Cent's birthday was yesterday, and so YoshiDrops dropped a free promo coin, a 50-cent coin. Well, the producer of 50 Cent dropped it with us. So these are the memberships. These are the miners actually. Yeah, this is the Silver Oxymoron miner, which was pretty cool.
What are you sending out?
I'm scrolling down to get to it. I'm gonna send out a clear membership. These are the clear green visions. I could send one of those out, but honestly, like, I'll give you your choice, Jagbag. Do you want the Clear Vision membership, which is a one-time thing? It's worth not that much. It's a cool little video. But if I give you the Clear membership, then you'll get like future drops if you hold that in your account.
You said you were giving away the Clear membership.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Are you having second thoughts?
No, I have a lot. Fuck, Jesus fucking Christ! Atomic Hub's been doing this a lot recently. Has anyone else been noticing this?
Mm-hmm.
Have you experienced this, or is this my computer?
I don't know. My computer is, now that I'm playing a host producer, my computer's a bit laggier than usual. I'm always jealous. I'm always jealous when someone, I never thought I would be, because when I bought my computer at the time, I was just like writing and surfing the internet. It was fine. Right. But then fast forward a couple of years, and now we're like trying to 10 windows open, doing these giveaways, wheels, these spinning NFTs on screen. You're producing, you're doing all this stuff. You got the Minecraft thing open, and it's just, I need a supercharged,
right.
I need the,
what we should do next week is we should, so all of the shit was pretty, well, not all of it, but a lot of the stuff was dropped because of the Yoshi coin stuff. But you know what we should do next week? We should get Rice back on the stream. Oh yeah, this was good. The good Rolo. I'm happy I got in on that.
Reese. Yeah. Oh, 19. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? So we should get Reese in on the stream, and we should get you to do the live stream, and we should get you to pull up the game, and we should get you to run through Reese's course. And this makes it all worthwhile.
Oh, on my computer? I don't think that'll work. I don't know.
Right? But you were taking the piss out of me because I couldn't make the jump. I want you to make the jump.
Okay.
On your computer.
Pig Smith, he said he would, he's getting ready. He's going to start streaming his builds. I'm trying to get him to stream him building Shift City on the Uplift on the Cryptowriter podcast network, because I think that would be great. Reese is the one who introduced us to our builder and their buddies. I think it'd be great to have the both of them and their Australian accents and go build stuff and run around and stream and give away shit. I think that would be awesome. So I hope they step up. But Smith said he got like a $200 camera. Like he's ready to go.
I mean, I'll repost the shit out of that.
Yeah. I don't. What's he waiting for? A lot of people, they like. I know he's gonna do it because he's already made the purchases. Like you can tell he's just kind of building up the confidence, and he's gonna do it. And we'll be happy to give him a little extra nudge. But I love that when people in the community, like Ricardo, another one. A few weeks ago, he was just kind of active community member. He asked to do a podcast. He starts doing a podcast, starts, recruiting good guests, starts promoting Finney and all that stuff with all these other projects. And then now he's doing live podcasts. Like, where's it going to be in a month,
Right. Do I have this right? Is it, I agree. Yeah. And Ricardo's cool. I'd like to have Ricardo on a show.
Jagbag wham.
Is that right?
A whammy. Pulled out the whammy and killed the punani.
Too many streams.
And then we're just going to go with the same list we're going to spin for a Eos Finney coin. Actually, I got to get the new Eos.
Okay, you know what I love about Wax and you know what I love about Wax and
what do you love about Wax?
And EOS.io in general is you can't actually send it to the wrong account if the account doesn't exist. This is one of my big pains in the ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can stop sharing my screen now, I think.
Okay.
I don't know why this isn't working.
Let me do this.
I'll do that.
We'll do this one at the end.
Fuck, that's why.
It's funny. We've had about 25, 28 people listening to this show for the last 2 hours.
I know. Like,
what percent? Okay, so.
And why do you guys like? I kind of want to know, what is it about us that you enjoy?
It's the giveaways is what they most enjoy, if we're being honest, because we're giving away couple $100 worth of Finney coins. So of course you're going to tune in, right?
I mean, I'd prefer it if it was my like long-winded rants. That's why.
But we have to maybe I would say it's 80% Finney coin. Or in giveaway, 20% they enjoy listening to us.
Right? I mean, that's kind of what I feel like too. I mean,
I'm fine with that too. I'm fine with that.
I kind of feel like they enjoy listening us to more than
20%. Because my wife wouldn't listen to that shit. Like, I couldn't get her to listen to any of this conversation. If we try, I mean, we'll have like a little, coronavirus convo every once in a while and like share our opinion. We'll share our opinion on a few other things, but we couldn't my wife and I aren't talking about the stuff we're talking about for 2 hours. That's for sure.
Right. Right.
So the fact that we can come here and actually there are people that, kind of 80% enjoy the Finney coin, but 20% enjoy listening to us.
What is your wife gonna say when I like show up at your house and be like, "Hey, Sean, let's do a podcast"?
It all depends if she likes you or not.
She's gonna love me. I mean, people love me. It's human nature.
Do you think you're acquired taste though for some, or do you think it's love at first sight?
Oh man, that's like so I had a student today. I walked into my class and he had like a little thing here with a heart and it had eyes. And I made this joke about like his girlfriend is decided like you got your girlfriend is decided like you picked it up. You walked up to her and you said, "Hey baby, I've only got eyes for you. My heart only has eyes for you." And definitely I'm an acquired taste because those are the kinds of jokes that I make. Yeah.
I think my wife at first,
we'd be like, "Who the fuck is this guy? What the fuck?" Like, Sean, what? Like, yeah. I should have been watching this podcast a year ago because I would have fucking put a stop to this.
She's gonna be like, "Who the fuck did you bring? Who are you gonna let live in our shed?"
Right? And, like, who's this homeless Finney guy that looks like that thing that you gave me in my account?
And what'll happen is
she'll be like, "Hey, where's the guy in the shed?"
Her and I, it'll definitely cause some. Like her and I will start feuding because there's this guy, Jimmy, that just showed up and he's living out back. So we'll start feuding for the first couple days. But then at some point she'll get so annoyed with me that she might actually start siding with you on things, right? Like the stranger guy. And then eventually you'll have like a bonding moment, right? You'll be smoking vape out in the cheeky hut and you'll have a bonding moment. And then she'll be like, "Oh, he's not that bad."
Right. And where do my wife and my, 2-year-old fit into all this?
Oh, well, we have an extra room, so we can let them sleep inside the actual house.
Jimmy's relegated to the shed, but like, you know, his kid and his wife, they're actually allowed in the house.
Yeah,
I
and
like
then
it.
if we really wanted to spice things up, we could invite Uncle Charlie Q over, and
Right.
he could drive up with a
With
MAGA,
a mask of Trump on his face, just
a
to
MAGA
piss people
flag.
off.
A MAGA flag like hanging from the back of his truck. Like I envision Charlie in this like truck that's like jacked up, you know, and it's covered in like mud and shit, and it's got a flag post in the back, and it's running a big MAGA flag off the back, and he just comes in. Maybe the truck even has like some scuba gear for like some crazy mudding and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like I envision Charlie Q in a Dukes of Hazzard car, like the actual Dukes of Hazzard car, not some knockoff, like the one that he actually bought on the secondary auctions, the one that they actually drove around in the show. Like that's what I picture Charlie. Jagbag, I need to go like to my top secret safe and pull out my password for my Anchor wallet, because for some reason it's being a twat.
You don't know your Anchor password?
No, of course I don't know my Anchor password. Who knows their Anchor password?
This is Jimmy's move. He hypes up a giveaway, then he gets cold feet, then he gives you some excuse, and then he forgets about it. And everyone else, and then you can't find him because he's goes to sleep for the next 8 hours, and then he just hopes you forget about it, and it fades away, and he never gives away anything. That's typical Jimmy.
Okay, well, let's just do it this way. All right, you look at the thing, and I'll go to my top secret safe behind me, and I'll figure this out. Tell us the story. Tell us your best story. Go for
it. Sadly, I probably told you all my good stories. Oh, you know what we can do? We can just spin the wheel while we wait. I hope these are the Eos accounts. I think they are. All right. Here we go. Let's see who we got. Not available. None. Any shway. Oh, I'm not sharing yet. There we go. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. You know what? I'm going to add these nuts to the stream. Why? Because here's the thing. It's sponsored by D's Nuts, sweaty since 1986. So let's spin the wheel. Here we go. Vuffum-boo wham. Vuffum-boo wham. Big winner of a Finney coin in Eos. No, wait. This is the... Uh-oh. I think this was the Eos list that I spun.
Uh-oh.
There's a Vuffum-boo wham was on... Let me double check, folks.
If it's wham, you can't be Eos.
Yeah, but I want to make sure because I have two lists.
Yeah, but if it's wham,
they can't be
Eos.
Look, yeah, Vuffum-boo wham is right there. They put it on their Eos wallet ID, so we're gonna spin again.
Oh, ouch!
Bot
is
right.
Bot
Vuffum-boo.
Hey, Charlie Q, 100%. Don't let politics divide us. I'm probably not on the same political side as you. I can almost guarantee it. However, I 100% agree. The president doesn't mean shit. No president means shit. It's all a weird, like, you know, conspiracy theorist. Like everything in politics is a conspiracy theory, in my opinion. And like for all you people that are going to say, hey, the Jimmy Sakis, like clicking in, I'm going to tell you that you're 100% right. But here's the thing.
Oh, Hold on. Wait, we got the banner.
You're
Hold on.
You're kind of wrecking it with this such bad driving.
Hold on. If Barringston won, are you in the building? Barringston won.
See, the welcome to Sean's like juggling circus act.
What I have done on this show with this single banner up top that I've created, here's the thing.
Agreed.
Is 30 times more production than you've ever. No, it's like 1,000,000 times more production than you've ever done on this show.
I agreed, but I keep up with the comments and you don't. And then every time the banner comes up, you really need to hire.
I don't think you. Here's the thing.
I like how you're getting pissing with me about this.
When you're controlling the production and the comments, I'm sitting on the other side thinking he's missing all these comments. Just let me get the admin privileges so I can post comments. Right. So really, it's just from where you're standing. You're not really. I would say that I've elevated more comments in this show than you've ever elevated in previous shows, and we can go and have a look.
No, we're totally gonna have a look. We're totally
okay. And Charlie, since you've gotten a lot of attention today, go back through every show and give me an average Jimmy comments, and then give me an average of the comments in this show that have been elevated, and let us know where we sit.
Right? Yeah, 100%. Because
ooh, they expect some jugglers. I can juggle. I don't know.
But actually, to be honest,
I can juggle these nuts. Is Barringston one? Have we confirmed Barringston's in here?
God damn it. Why is my anchor being such a...
Barringston, are you in here? Barringston?
Are you the Barringston Bears? Are you a bot, Barringston?
Oh, Quan. Welcome, Quan.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay, let's do this again. I'm going to quit Anchor. Not forever. I should have quit Scatter forever.
There's Barringston. Barringston has arrived. But he's Barringston 2000. This is Barringston 1. Can we confirm that this is the same Barringston? What was your here's the thing, Jimmy?
I don't know. You took too long to get that shit up on the screen, so I lost it.
So, but
I know what it was actually.
Okay.
Now I can say that again. So we were talking about politics, and my idea is this. I kind of believe that like at heart, human beings, human civilization, we are actually. So one of the things about, this is a really weird segue, but one of the things about humans when it comes to our natural environment is that we're the only species that actually creates garbage. No other species on the planet creates garbage. We're the only ones. Every other species, there's no garbage in nature other than what we create. Like we're the only people who create things, right? Like we're only the people who consume or tilt that balance of nature. I mean, usually, if there's too many hens in the hen house, then the foxes will come in and clear some of them out, right? So there is tilts of balance in nature. But the other way that we've actually tilted the balance of nature is we're one of the only species, right? We are one of the only species that doesn't follow the base pattern of nature, whereby the weak die out. We're one of the only species whereby we keep our weak alive to prey on them, and that in a sense is everything that politics and economy in certain aspects is built off of, right? But think about this: we are cannibals by nature. You go back to some of these like Polynesian islands where they would go and they would raid and they were cannibals. Like our society, in a sense, our globalized society, the way that it's oriented, the way that it's structured, I firmly believe, this is my belief, it doesn't mean it's true, probably is, but I firmly believe that we are cannibals by nature. Every sociological hierarchical structure that we've created up until now.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say you believe we're cannibals by nature?
Yeah, we are, because our whole society, our whole structure of hierarchy in society is cannibalistic. The rich play off of the poor. We keep the poor alive. Every other species, the poor die out. And here's what I love about Eden. Let me finish. Here's what I love about Eden, right? Like what we do with Eden is we actually use Eden to empower everyone, right? Name one other species that keep the weak alive. Name one other species that don't let the weak die out, so that the people at the top of the pyramid can like, you're a family of apes living in the jungle. You don't keep the weak alive to go pick fruit for you. You kill the weak off so that there's more fruit for you, right? Like you're a herd of lions. You don't keep the weak lion alive to go hunt for you. You extradite the weak lion so that there's more meat for you. Right, like humans as a species, humans as a society, we're the only people that keep the plebs alive in order to benefit the hierarchical powers that be at the top.
Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I don't think we're cannibals.
I mean,
I tried eating human once, and the meat was a little tough. You know, I got a tricep. You know, I was eating tricep, so maybe that's why. I mean, I think you go for the glutes. Maybe the hamstrings, you know, I don't know. Triceps tough though. I wouldn't recommend it.
We're like, yeah, I'm not saying that we actually eat meat, but like human meat. But what I'm saying is that we're totally cannibals. Okay, Jag, let's try this again. JAGBW, send transfer of Yoshi coin. Sorry, not Yoshi coin.
It's
Yoshi
true.
Pyramid.
If you're hungry enough, you will eat anything.
Well, if you don't, then you're not human.
Right.
Right.
And that, here's the thing, was sponsored by D's Nuts.
Why the hell is this not fucking working? You know what?
Dude, this is what he does. This is what he does. Berenstain, watch when I burn this Finney and then send it to you. I'll actually send it to you, because that's what I do.
The minute
I'm the Finney coin sugar daddy. Everyone knows that. I get the Finney coins out. Jimmy talks about it. Oh, I'm gonna do a giveaway and give away this membership. He can't even unlock his anchor. How'd you sign the transaction? Or you didn't, or how you were logged in, you just can't, it asks for password when you go to send it.
It won't trigger anchor, and it's pissing me off. So I'm not going to trigger anchor. I'm going to give away one from my Wax God wallet account. So fuck it. Let's see if that works. I don't know why it's not working, because it's really annoying.
Let's burn this coin. See what we get.
And the message is, thanks for the patience.
We sent out new round of memberships last night. Congratulations to
who got the new membership?
Swarave, JNK, I think Joinka got one.
Done. Sent.
Actually, I don't know who we sent them to, but I used to have a list right here. You know, they were, I think Juanito got one. They were deserving. We made them sweat it out for months, and they stuck around. Now I prefer to wait and be right on the membership than to give them out too soon and be wrong, and then the person just like skips town right after they get the membership.
Yeah, that's my whole plan, is to skip town after I get the 2.0 membership.
2.0 membership? What 2.0 membership?
I don't know. Did we talk about this, or am I fucking outing you again?
There's no 2.0. We talked about making people do some sort of action to renew their membership, so that you don't have people that aren't paying any attention for like the past 2 years, just collecting NFTs that they might not even do they might not even know they have them, right? We'd rather keep the numbers down and get those memberships into the hands of people who do care. So we talked about that. We'll have to do something eventually, because, you know, we want to keep the community active and keep them rewarded. Let's burn. Let me do this. I cannot wait till we get who wants to be producer on this show?
No, you just need, like, seriously, you give me access and this will work like 10 times easier.
But then I lose my upper hand here.
No, you don't,
No,
because
I'm messing with you. No, my intention was to give you access.
No. Like,
next show, but I wanted to surprise you with the here's the thing stuff.
No,
so
I like it.
I didn't want you to see it, and that's why you don't have access.
I'm here for it, but me and Corey run a pretty tight ship together with the comments and dealing with stuff, but we don't produce, and so like you're that third wheel that works.
Let's burn. This is Barringston's. Let's see if we get something good here.
Taylor's fucking sleeping because he's smart. He's on the same side of the world as me, and he's sleeping. That's what normal people do. Normal people sleep.
Bro, Taylor's a young buck. He don't need no sleep.
Right. Oh, see, put that up on the screen. Saw it, Jimmy. Thanks. Earn and game got his shit. It wasn't easy. I mean, it was a growing experience. We all learned from it. But sometimes the Wax Cloud wallet does actually perform. Yeah.
Oh, you went to the wax? What did you have to do?
I just went to the Wax Cloud wallet and I used that because Anchor's being a little.
You have
prissy mommy.
You have those. You have that same membership and multiple accounts? Yes. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. I've got a whole shit ton of them because they're
okay. Moment of truth. We've gotten a couple plebish Finneys, but let's see if we pull something big here. Uh-oh.
If it's a rhodium, you should give it to me.
It didn't. Did the transaction go through? Anyways,
the next two rhodiums,
we might just have to burn another one. Did I not burn it? I thought I did.
Jesus Christ, it's like you don't know what you're doing.
I don't. This is what happens. As some of you know, I intermittent fast. I don't really eat till like 2:30 in the afternoon. And here I am. I worked out. I came back from the workout and I started shooting whiskey.
Yeah, that's not necessarily the best idea, to be honest. So
it's not necessarily the worst idea either.
Yeah, but you're about 45 minutes off from. No, you're about an hour and 45 minutes off from eating, right?
Oh, what do we have here? A rhodium. Oh my God, this is Barringston massive score. Look at that, 20, right? 20 of 30.
That's pretty good, man. I called it too. I said that you should give it to me, and that's why you opened it. It's good, man.
Wow. Barringston.
And Barringston saying, "Goes Finney, this is what I wanted."
Barringston, you know that you want to burn this Finney and level it up, right?
Yeah. On air, do it.
Just burn it. Just burn it, bro.
Oh, I mean, that's a good
one. People don't burn it. It's a rhodium unless you've got like 5 other rhodiums. But you know, the beauty of the Finney is it's yours to do what you want with.
Right.
You can look at it. You can flex it on people. Blue eyes too. Nice watch.
Are there rhodium Finneys that have the Bitcoin gold necklace?
I don't know. There's not that many rhodiums. How could I don't know. Someone else would have to answer that. But that's awesome. That's the best poll that I've seen on live air. Is that the best poll on live air in the history of Finney?
That's definitely the best poll giveaway.
I don't think Burst is still around, but he gives away a bunch. Maybe he just gives away the coin though.
No, Jenka says you're making him sweat. He doesn't have his membership yet.
Ooh, no, Jenka, you didn't get your membership? Oh, I'll investigate that, but I'm pretty sure I put you on that list, buddy. Did I ask you for your Wax address and your Eos address?
Looks like my first Finney. What does that mean, Barrington?
It's his first Finney.
You've never had
And
a
he got a
Finney before.
rhodium. This guy's got good luck.
Jesus Christ.
Bro,
That's
you
really
you
good.
might want to. Finney is like your thing.
Yeah.
Like, look, you know, do what you got to do. Sell your kidney. Go out there, sell your house, maybe your kids if you have to, and take all that money and just buy Finney's because you are on fire, my friend. Rhodium first pull.
Right? Yeah.
What kind of voodoo is that?
I know. It's like walking. Yeah, it's like walking into a club and walking out with the hottest girl on your arm. You know, you got to marry her because you know you're never going to do better than that.
Man, that's interesting. I think Nojenka was supposed to. Let me see if he's on the list. Maybe he didn't. Nojenka, it could just be that you didn't make the cut.
If you didn't make the cut, that's a pretty high standing list because you're here all the time. I mean, like maybe they thought you were a bot. Maybe you're so present in the comments that they just thought that you were a bot, and so you didn't make the list.
Yeah, let's see. Man, I don't know. I don't see him on here.
Right? Yeah, you're totally a bot.
I don't know.
Like
You're
only a bot,
bro. You're a bot. Again, also, you're like making this is Jimmy's fault. He asked me on air who we gave away memberships to. I'm trying to remember. You got people like J and K, which Nojenka kind of has the same vibe to it. Now, I don't know. Nojenka's great. He's been very helpful, and he is definitely on the short list. I will actually put him on the short list right now, and we'll get you. We'll try to get you in before the next Behind the Pixel drop or the next membership drop, which should be coming shortly. I know NFT Joe's got them all scheduled till like November or something. So we're gonna. What people don't understand, people get irritated. I know our good friend Charlie Q got irritated because things aren't moving as fast as he wants them to move. We could just mint NFTs and shoot them out, but we never just mint NFTs to shoot them out. We always put thought behind things, and we want to provide an excellent product to all our communities. And because we're sort of short on manpower, it's Kenny and I, and you know, we meet with Cheney every once in a while, and then Taylor stepped up and started working for us, so that's helped a lot. But you kind of have to focus. Like you move your attention from area to area, right? So we had to get the publication running smoothly, get the comment, the engagement rewards going. We got that going. Then we look over at YouTube. Hey, we got to get above 1,000 subscribers. So we focus our energy on that. Hey, we got to get these live streams looking more professional. So we put energy into that. We'll circle back around and get the membership card rolling next while we're working on the pack drop and Crypto Finney 2.0. So patience is a virtue. And that goes to whenever you're in crypto, just know patience is a virtue. It's an important crypto lesson.
I will say this though, like people like Charlie Q that come in and keep you on the straight and narrow and question things. Like this is one of the best things for the community to have, right? Like this is very different from someone coming into the space and being like, I bought an NFT and the price went down, so fuck you. Where do I get my money back, right? Like these are two completely different things, right? Like I think that there needs to be more of a focus on this, like hardcore supporters that come in that like, you know, ask legitimate questions and want legitimate answers and aren't fudded, right? And I know, Sean, you alluded to this earlier with Charlie, right? Like I know you have a lot of respect for him in the space. I do as well. People like Morton. I mean, Morton might be my Charlie Q. Morton Matt MD. Morton Matt MD, he's on like almost every stream that I do for some reason. And he's always taking the piss and I love him for it. He's just like, Jimmy, your computer's slow. How many times have I told you close some of your fucking windows, right? He's like, and like, yeah. He's totally right? Like I started like moving the streams that I'm sharing off onto other, onto other things, right? Like it's a good crew. A lot of the crew that we see on the show When I come on to a lot of the Cryptowriter channels, they're there, right? They're there watching your live streams.
Yeah.
When we go onto our Uplifter channel, they're there watching our live streams. We've built a really interesting community that kind of verges across the Finney Uplift kind of portals. So I really want to like figure out a way to like continue to support this, right? Like I like the fact that you're thinking about it as well with the live streams from inside Cryptowriter. Like there's got to be really cool adaptations to this, right? Like I'm a really big fan of that going forward. And I think.
Hey Burst, can I give out one of your Atomic Kings promos that you sent me to send to Adam? You give a couple of those away if Burst allows it. I know he gave them to me to give to Adam. Adam has gone from being this guy that, like, when I first met with him, Adam Carswell, he was like, yeah, he wanted to do a podcast. Jillian Godsill set me up with him, and we had a good discussion. He was just kind of like fascinated with what we were, like our plans were, like Cryptowriter's plans. He thought that was really cool, wanted to contribute. I never would have guessed he was going to turn into an NFT giveaway whore when I first met him. Like, never would have guessed that a couple months later, this guy under the tutelage of Burst is now becoming this like NFT slanger. And it's fucking awesome because he knew very little about NFTs. He started having these different guests on, but he'll tell you, like, he did his first it was his first live stream where he had more than like 4 viewers, right? He started doing these live streams for us, and then he started doing these kind of like NFT focused live streams, and it was getting more engagement. Then he started giving things away, and then he was getting even more engagement, and then he became an NFT whore, a giveaway whore, and it's awesome.
I'm excited because I'm actually going to be on Adam's show sometime in July, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Get sentimental so we can wind this thing down. But before, I want to open the form one more time. If anyone out there is watching and wants to add their wax address, now's the time to do it, because in about 5 minutes we'll give away a couple of these Atomic Kings promos. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you don't stake on Wax Arena, but you do get some sort of reward drip if you're holding these. Someone please confirm. So that's cool.
I also think I'm going to think about this a little bit more. Even though I don't get like company free stuff, I'm going to set aside some of the free NFTs that I get for hodling some of our Yoshi coins, and I might throw those out to the community. They're not $600 value gains, but like I do what I can. So yeah, just, I'd like to do that on this show with you.
Well, Jimmy, it's great that you're taking on this new spirit of giving out NFTs, because I think it's an important part of community building.
I don't disagree. I just don't want to whore my NFTs out. I kind of want to like keep them on my own.
You're one of those that leaves them in the wrapper.
Right? Like I would think about it. Like, how long did it take me to burn a Finney? Right? Like, and now that I burned the Finney, I'm probably not going to burn shit for a while, because like I've got the BTC miner. I'm happy with that. That got me to the next level. I kind of wish I would. I might do it on Eos next. I might do one on Eos as well.
Well, why don't we do that next show? Why don't we burn a few?
Yeah, we could.
Or
do that
you can accumulate them, and then we'll burn a few whenever you want. But it's always everyone. It's a good memory for people when you burn something you shouldn't be burning, right?
Right. And maybe we can do the whole process from start to finish, because I have never, I think I've got enough that like we can burn like
from coins.
Yeah, and we'll just go through the show.
We we should actually, like, once you do them, we should then look at the rarity guide and like actually see what you got and decide based off that. But I kind of like that you just go in with the mindset of, oh, I'm just going to burn these and level up regardless of what they are, unless you get something like, you know, something that stands out, a necklace, but a dog, right? You got a dog there or a drone, and you might say, maybe not worth it.
I totally want the alligator biting Finney's leg. I mean, that's so Miami.
Oh, Morton calling me out.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm
Difference is, though, Sean gives away the company's assets. And Jimmy is using his own assets, but I will point out that
however, Jimmy should give away more of his own assets.
Hold on.
I will say that Jimmy should.
We'll go back to this. Sean gives away the company's assets. It is kind of my company. So does that make it my assets?
No, it's a different. It's a difference in value proposition, and like I love
no more Finney coins for Morton. That's it. He's cut off. We're revoking your membership, Morton.
I will not allow it.
I wonder if Morton even has a membership. Morton, do you have a membership?
If you revoke Morton's membership, I'm gonna quit this show and strike. That's how much I love Morton.
Anyway, I might have to keep that in my back pocket.
Right.
This is how we get rid of Jimmy. When Jimmy's like,
right,
Jimmy the groupie, when he's lingering, we'll just revoke Morton's membership and he'll be.
Hey, I might not get all sentimental this week, so we can wrap it up. But I think
closing. Hold on, I gotta close first. We're going to give away 2 coins. Okay. Looks like we got a couple more responses. I'm shutting off the responses, and I'm going to grab all these wax addresses. We're going to do 2 Spinarooskies for an Atomic Kings promo that can be used to receive wax arena rewards. So that's very cool. Thank you, Burst, for that. Okay, go ahead, Jimmy.
No, it's okay. I need to find the YouTube. How many people are watching live right now?
28. It's been pretty steady, like 28 to 25.
Okay. If you're watching live right now, send a Telegram DM to Jimmy, and I'll do some kind of draw, and I'll give away between 5 and 10 NFTs when I wake up in the morning. Tag me in the tag me. Hear me out. Tag me in the Cryptowriter chat and say, Jimmy, I want an NFT right now. Do it right now within the next 5 minutes. Do it right now within the next 5 minutes, and then send your Wax account to a DM to me. And when I wake up in the morning, because it is fucking 3 o'clock in the morning for me. When I wake up in the morning, I will look and see how many people have sent me a DM. I'll look and see how many oxymoron clear drops I have, and then I'll figure out an equation, and I'll give away between 5 and 10 to random people who have sent me DMs.
I'm gonna try to do something, and I already know it's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyways. Definitely not gonna work.
Because you and I just want to point this out. You took the piss out of me this week, but the last show that we did, I actually hit up, I think, 10 people, and I gave them NFTs after the show. Some of the people who were commenting.
If it's not live, I don't think it counts.
I disagree. I'm kind of like an under the radar.
Let's spin this wheel. We're gonna spin it twice, and we're gonna give away a couple of these bad boys.
What's that?
This is the Atomic Kings, the first promo. This is Burst of Energy's little posse of Atomic Kings, and they're like all wax collector whales, and they're you've never watched a Burst stream? You should have them on your shows.
No. So I watched the watched the Adam. I interacted in the comments.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
in the Adam Carswell interview. I think I was still awake for that one.
Ufamra, are you there? Are you watching?
And Burst of Energy, I really like it. By the way, I didn't put two and two together.
Guy's a walking legend. Breath of fresh air in this space. He'll tell it to you straight.
Yeah, I want to pull you on a roundtable or on our show, and I want to get the rundown.
Why don't you do a collectors roundtable? Like people that actually collect NFTs.
I've been thinking about that for a while, but I don't have enough good people. But
well, he can probably throw you some good people.
We can throw Burst of Energy in there,
or just get his little posse on there. I know he's his sister or whatever. She's always tuning in. Just get the whole family and friends episode. It'd be must see TV.
It's like the NFT. It's like the NFT version of The Incredibles.
Shout out to Bulging Idiot. He's here. I wanted to, and I didn't have time to easy GIF it, but I actually wanted to take Bulging Idiot's. I guess I can do this. Ufmra. Hold on. I want to show everyone while Bulging Idiot's here. We're going to show him some of the artwork he did for us. No, this is where we need Taylor to just handle it, right?
Well, and to your credit, I see how annoying it is not being able to comment on the streams and having to open a whole separate window for that. So I do apologize.
I know how I can do it. You know what I just learned like a couple weeks ago? How to open up a GIF file so you can like view it. Do you know how to do it?
I don't know what you're asking.
At least on Mac. So like if I click on a GIF that I have saved on my computer, it'll open it up, but it'll display every little clip or whatever, every little frame. I just learned though that if you right click on the GIF and you say open in browser, it'll display the whole thing. Does that make any sense to you?
I'm not really paying attention, if I'm honest.
Okay, perfect.
I'm kind of paying attention, but it's like not something that's really in front of me right now. I'm kind of like a do-it-yourself kind of learner.
That's okay. So this is gonna be a little laggy. I'm just gonna warn you, but we are going to share this Bulging Idiot, some of the artwork he did for one of our membership drops. That was awesome. And Bulging Idiot is going to start his own podcast. Now this should be, again, it's a little laggy.
No, but I like it. I've seen it.
But there it is. Yeah. And it's fucking dope. And he did another one, but I don't know where it is on my desktop. He's going to be doing a podcast, and his podcast is going to fuck because Bulging Idiot is a cool dude, and he's going to have, I forget, maybe a couple of them are going to start a podcast together. It's going to be awesome. So he needs to take the plunge. I know you're listening, Bulging Idiot, so take the plunge.
I have a question, and I think this is really interesting if you guys decide to use StreamYard across the board. It would be really cool because we've had this in the past before. Like how many Cryptowriter podcasts are there now? I don't know. I really don't know. My guess is between 7 and 10.
Oh, you mean individual podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, Adams, NFT Joe, Jillian, Ricardo,
Corey and Jimmy's
Roundtable, Lovejoy,
right?
Cheney. So around 8.
And maybe 2 more that we learned about today that are coming.
Yeah, the bulging idiot, that's coming, and then we want a Minecraft, a Smitty. At least he wants a stream, but I would love if he just did one show a week and maybe brought his buddy Reese on, and they just streamed him building in Shift City, and maybe some of their own. We'll give them some land out of the lands that you generously gave us to do what we want with.
Yeah, and I think that's a really cool idea. I'll definitely tune in or repost that to our channel. I think this might be an interesting idea because you and I have been on here for 3 hours. That's fucking nuts, to be honest.
One more wheel spin. Keep going.
But what I want to do is when the Crypto Writer Network reaches 12. You remember like back in the day, like early days of Eos, where you had these crazy guys who would go on there and they would do these 24-hour, 12-hour like Decathlon marathon type of things.
I do.
Let's do that 2.0, where we have every single round, like where we have every single Crypto Writer podcaster in this StreamYard. You and I, because we do this show, we come on for an hour and we talk, and then we pass the baton to Adam Carswell, and he does it for an hour, and then he passes the baton to Lovejoy, and then he passes the baton to Ricardo, and we just pass the baton through 2 sessions of all the Crypto Writer podcasters, and we let them do whatever they want to do. It's not like let's get as many projects on here and interview it. It's just like you have 2 hours in 2 separate 1-hour periods, and you do whatever you want, and we do the Crypto Writer like Decathlon or something like that. I think that would be a really fun idea. When we get to 12, we should do it. That's 2 2-hour spots over a 24-hour period. Deck them out in time zones. I think it would be really fun, and it's going to be like.
I agree, and we'll have Hollywood Taylor, produce the whole marathon.
Yeah, so he's the only one that's actually awake for the whole thing.
Yeah, and he just has to be there and help out, and it'll be like we'll make it kind of like his induction. Maybe we'll give him like 10 minutes at the very end to be the host. But that's what we're gonna do. Hey, you know what? We won't just we'll pass it on from host to host. There'll be carryover, like it'll overlap, so different.
Yeah,
people
we'll give we'll give like a 10-minute carryover time,
and then we'll give we'll bring bonds, we'll bring guests on, whoever is part of the extended community, the family, and we'll do stupid things, and we'll take shots, and we'll give away NFTs, and we'll give away merchandise, and this sounds like a birthday, like I don't know when we.
Yeah, but it's crypto time. Nobody fucking knows. I don't even know how long I've been working on like the Uplift. Like somebody asked me for a timeline of the Uplift the other day, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. Ask someone like Sean. When did he get his plot? I don't know when fucking Genesis was created. Like I can't remember this shit.
Bro, I don't know. We're gonna spin this wheel though. I do know that we are going to spin this wheel. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Oh, boo boo wham.
It was almost Jagbag again.
Ooh, I probably didn't shuffle. So sorry. Waboo wham. Are you out there? Waboo wham. Waboo wham.
So Martin's got a point, because I really like Taylor. And I think this might be the 11th podcast network, the Hollywood Report. That would be a really good podcast. I like the Hollywood Report. I like that idea a lot.
The Hollywood Report.
Right? That's really good. I don't know what he's going to do, but I like it. And he'd be good at it because he's really focused, you know. He's really like he has
focus. So yeah, he got
his ducks in a row. I'm just saying.
He seems so so pure, you know.
Right? Like somebody told me that I was innocent the other day, and I was like, no, Hollywood is innocent.
Who told you were innocent?
Exactly, right? I'm like, obviously you haven't been watching this channel enough.
Wabibu Wham, congratulations. I am Wabibu Wham.
Right?
I wish I was Wabibu Wham.
Right? Yeah.
J&K. Yeah, I don't know. It was wild last night when I caught up. They were, I don't know how they did it. It was a community effort to get to 1,000 members, and here I am celebrating with Whiskey and Floyd and Jimmy and the rest of you. There's no people I'd rather be with. Let me send this NFT to Wabibu Wham.
Let me send you.
Then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, let me send you my account name that was gifted to me for free. That might be the best free account name of all time. I have like almost no NFTs in it, but how good is this account name? You can read it in the private chat and then you can post it. Because this was a free account that was given to me like way back in the early days of Wax. And I don't want to be anything else other than this. I never use this account because I'm not 100% sure if I trust it, but it's a good fucking account name. Just read it. How good is that? It's a real account name that I did not create.
That's great.
Really good, right? Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, there's this guy with a, I mean, this guy must be a total stud because I see him pop up and burst wheel and stuff, but it's D's Nuts. D's Nuts.gm. One of my favorite account name. How
well, here's the thing.
Oh.
These nuts have been sweaty since 1986.
Yeah.
And what month since 1986? Because that's what I'm kind of curious to know. You know, because like that's the thing. You know what's the best part about this? I was really hoping you would come back because there's something about StreamYard that you might not know. The best part about this is if I leave, the stream just keeps running empty until you come back and shut it off.
Wow.
So it would just like stream
as long as it's running with here's the thing up top in your face and this guy down here. No, what I tried to do is, I mean, it was horrible. I thought I was going to try to stick the landing and end the broadcast then, but I hit leave studio. Anyways, Jimmy, what are you grateful for? We don't have to put it on the wall.
It doesn't take 15 minutes always for me to get sentimental. Sean, I'm grateful for you and having you in my life.
Thank you. Thank you. I am grateful for you and all our new members, including Nojenka. We'll get you in there, buddy. And everyone who helped us reach our month's goal of 1,000 YouTube members.
And I'm also grateful for Cryptowriter and Uplift shared community because you guys.
All right. So how does this work? If I hit end broadcast now, isn't there like we need a few seconds in between? How does that work?
Just hit end broadcast and see what happens.